Welcome, everyone, to Week 7 of NFL football here on Fantasy Focus Network. I'm Bucky from the Fantasy Focus side. I'm joined by my esteemed colleagues, Sky Guasco and Bobby Lamarco from the TCK pod. How are you boys doing out there today?
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, baby. Let's roll.
I'm ready for some start-sits, baby. Week 7, I'm just hyped. Let's get this going.
Yeah, this should be a juicy week. A lot of key players that are on bye, so folks are having to get a little bit creative. So we're here to help you with that creativity. If it was art, actually like drawing and painting, I would have received a D+, which I actually did. The only D I ever received in my life, 9th grade, art 2D, and it was a disaster, Bob. Mom was very pissed, but it wasn't for a lack of effort. So we want to get creative here, and that's why I tend to lean on my two cohorts here with Sky and Bob.
Just so you know, I skipped D and went right to F in a lot of cases, so it happens. It was a rough learning curve in the early years, but that's okay. I bounced back, and now look at me. I'm getting straight A's with the Fantasy Focus and TCK team on Sunday Live.
Yeah, we did pretty well during the week there with D. Ernest Johnson. So I feel pretty confident with this pod's stance on the D. Ernest Johnson situation. It's just plug and play, baby.
Well done. And for all of our weeklies coming in here, in case you you've been doing other things all week and somehow don't watch the show or listen to the podcast all week long. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, Los Angeles Chargers, Jacksonville Jaguars, Minnesota Vikings, and the Dallas Football Cowboys all on a bye this week. I count 4 stud starting quarterbacks, 6 playable quarterbacks, 9 running backs, about 15 wide receivers, a few really solid tight ends as well, even a couple DSTs. So we got work to do. Bob, as everyone rolls in here, we'll get going in 1 second. I do have one personal question. I've been curious for years, and I feel like you are the source to let me know. It is off week for Bills Mafia. What is going on in Buffalo this week without football?
I think if anybody's going to answer that, it's going to be Buck. I mean, Buck, I feel
That's
like
what I'm saying.
He's literally
what's going on at Bills Mafia without a football game today, bud?
It's a tranquil day. It's a day where folks can go to church, then slam through tables. So they're giving back and then they're receiving at the same time. That's how Buffalo likes to keep it. It's a perfect yin-yang situation there. It's just a big collection of great individuals. Let's hop into the questions here, fellas. Well, first, Sky, you wanted a quick weather update off the jump. We can hop into that.
There's a lot going on here weather today.
What I'm looking at here is it's pretty clear for the 1 o'clock games. Everything seems to be where it should be. A little bit chilly there in Green Bay, which is to be expected. Same in New England, but for the most part, clear. And then we get into the afternoon games, particularly Bears at Buccaneers. I'm here in Tampa, and I can already tell this is going to be one of the staple Tampa rain days where you will have some precipitation here. I don't expect it to hover for that long. Tampa storms like to hit quick and then get out. It doesn't look to be that big divergence of these clouds that are just swarming over here. It looks like a nice rain band there around 4 o'clock. So it could be a little bit sloppy. Now it gets interesting here for Sunday night. You got the 49ers here. Rain and windy with 16 miles an hour being projected currently. And I don't know, Sky. I mean, I don't really foresee this being a heavy rain, but you're the California boy here. So do you foresee any sort of situation where that lingers?
Well, the weather report tells me that it's going to. Like, it's going to start raining actually last night, go all the way through today and into tonight. But I lived in California for 20 years, man, and I can't remember one single time where I was like, wow, this is a torrential downpour for any length of time. So if it comes in during that particular 3-hour window, could be tough. They actually referenced it to this Washington football team 49ers game from 2 years ago when it was a slop fest. I would be surprised, but weather's going to be an issue, and usually you don't worry about that until it's, maintaining it and for the field as far as the ball play. But we'll have to maintain this weather report as we go through the show this morning.
Yeah, same thing here in Seattle on Monday night. I'm thinking that this might be an Alex Collins heavy week as far as starts go. I think we're going to be leaning Collins on quite a few questions here, considering the rain and also considering he had a great impact last week. So good on us for being on the nose there. Let's hop into the questions. All right, we got a defense question to kick off. Nothing like a good defense question here from Fragger. Pats versus Jets, Ravens versus Bengals, 49ers versus Colts, or Panthers versus the Giants here. So 4 options: Pats, Ravens, 49ers, Panthers. Sky, we'll start with you.
Patriots, easy. Bill Belichick eats rookie quarterbacks for breakfast, and he had 4 interceptions against Zach Wilson last time, completely eliminated Corey Davis. They don't have a run game. I expect the Jets to bounce back off of a bye week, but this game is in New England. I'm going Patriots here, easy.
Bob?
Patriots as well.
Yeah, I'm going Pats here, Frags. All right, pick 2 and 1 flex, full PPR. Darnell Henderson, Darrell, Antonio Gibson, Kamara, Joe Mixon, and then he also tacked on Cordell Patterson as well to this list. So Henderson, Gibson, Kamara, Mixon, or Patterson. Sky.
Okay, a couple things here. Fragger is in every show during the week as well, so we love you, Frags. Also, usually the first comment, so waiting in the wings, which is just an incredible contribution there. Secondly, or third maybe, 5 stud running backs here. I don't know what you're doing in your league, but you're crushing it. Because you have the wealth of running backs, I'm actually going to pull off of Antonio Gibson, and the rest are tough. I feel like you can't sit Kamara. Darnell Henderson should have a big day versus Detroit, so I'm going to stick with that one. And then it's Mixon or Cordell Patterson. Surprisingly, I might go Cordell Patterson because of the way they're using him in the pass game. So I'm going to go Patterson, Henderson, Kamara. But it's crazy that you sit Gibson and Mixon, but you have a lot of wealth here. Well done.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I think the only 2 locks for me are Kamara and Henderson. And after that, I think I'm going to go Gibson. I just think last week the game got out of hand quickly, and they didn't use him in the second half because it was a McKissick game flow. I think Packers game could be similar, but I'm going to keep riding with Gibson until he's officially ruled out before a game. So I'm going to go
It's
Gibson.
bad though, man.
Henderson.
It worries me.
Yeah,
Well,
you're playing with fire there.
Yeah, but 2 weeks ago we thought the same thing, and then he goes for 2 touchdowns. I just think, I understand that last week didn't work out, but like if you watch that game against Kansas City, they did not score a lot early. The game got out of hand, and it was a McKissick game. I mean, that's just how it works. So I think game flow factored in, but also if you know it's going to be a McKissick game, why are you going to throw Antonio Gibson in there with the shin problem anyway? I'm just going to go one. Other thing with Joe Mixon against Baltimore. I mean, me and Buck brought this up on our show. I just think Mixon has been very empty against Baltimore the last 2 years. He has not scored a touchdown in the 3 games he's played. He's had like a combined 90 yards, but nothing really impactful there. And in my metric, bottom 5. And then Cordell Patterson, listen, Russell Gage is back. Calvin Ridley's back. He played 14 of his 24 snaps out wide. He dominated as a receiver. But this week, I have a feeling, I just want to see what it looks like once Ridley and Gage are back and how much, if it's a true split at running back, he's not going to be a wide receiver this week because they have their guys back. So I just want to see that first. That's why I'm going to go Gibson as my third option.
Yeah, I'm fading Gibson just for the sake of I have enough questions here to warrant getting him out of my lineup. Henderson for me, Kamara, and then I got to go Cordell Patterson. Like we can sit here, Bob, and say, I'm going to wait. I got to see it. We've already seen it. And it seems like they are very intent. They are very intent on giving him the football. So I'm opting with Sky here on the same 3 there, Frags. All right, we got It's Nick here. 1 running back, 1 flex out of Chase Edmonds, Devonta Freeman, Julio Jones, and Henry Ruggs. 1 running back, 1 flex. We'll go to you first here, Sky.
I'm going to go Freeman with Latavius Murray out in this game. I do not. It will be Le'Veon Bell. And I hate to fade my man Julio, but I just can't trust him right now. I'm going to reluctantly go Ruggs here. Chase Edmonds, I know makes sense because he's the running back, but under 10 fantasy points in the last 2 weeks here. James Conner's the touchdown guy there. I know it's going to be a rout in Houston, but I'm going to go Ruggs and Devonta Freeman.
We don't know if it's PPR, right? I'm going to go Chase Edmonds and Julio anyway. I think in this matchup, you're going to need Julio and AJ Brown to keep up with the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think they're going to just let Derrick Henry kill him. I feel like that's what everyone tries to do, right? And Edmonds has been fine. I'm not ready to take the Devonta Freeman, 8 carries because they're going to give Bell and Williams work. So I'm going to go Edmonds and Julio in this one.
I'm actually going to go Freeman and Julio here. So we're just all across the board here like a bag of Skittles.
So Yeah, there's just a big issue here. Everyone's got big questions. I mean, in a nutshell, which I like way better than a vacuum, so I'm sticking with that. In a nutshell, Edmonds makes the most sense. He's going to get the rushing opportunity plus passing work, but he's just not scoring. He could totally versus Houston, so Bob's probably right on that one. Julio is my dog, but he makes me really nervous with these leaving mid-game hamstring issues. He's just not right this year. Ruggs is playing much better than I thought he would this year, and Devonta Freeman is going to be the lead dog in that game for Cincinnati, who's 28th against running backs, I think, this year. So, yeah, I think, again, these are 4 questionable players, but I think we're all over the board here, and they all have a lot of upside, but they all have significantly low floors as well, unfortunately.
All right, we got some buy pains going in here, boys.
Morning, Tyler.
Tyler's he's got Zeke, Thielen, Mike Williams, Emmanuel Sanders, Deontay Johnson, Dalton Schultz, and then CEH on IR. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this last week where I would prefer to just get it done with. Mm-hmm. So now looking forward, you don't have those worries. Everybody, if you have an undefeated fantasy football team, you are not only a genius, you should be in the Smithsonian as an exhibit. Okay. It's not a thing. So you lose a game. Well, Scott, you're going to go down at some point, brother. It always happens.
We'll see.
The strongest and the deepest fall the hardest, my friend. And it's just, it is what it is. Get through the week. Hopefully you got creative as you could without sacrificing those players. And you go in there and you give him a beatdown. Tyler, come on. Dennis, he got a 0.5 point PPR. Start one running back. He's got Damien Williams. Can't start Herbert or with Damien Williams. And then he's got Gibson. This is a convoluted question, Dennis. I'm having a hard time parsing this out. He can't start McKissick and Gibson. There is Mitchell and Booker out there. I'm going to actually opt for Booker on this. I would say get Booker and Herbert in there. I like both of those options.
Yeah, go ahead, Sky.
Well, Bob and I have gone back and forth with Elijah Mitchell coming back for the 49ers. We've been talking about this all week for Bob on a personal matter that he can share if he'd like to. But I'm actually going to swing Elijah Mitchell here, especially if it's an ugly game in San Francisco. I don't trust James passing in a good day. If it's sloppy tonight, I'm expect a lot of Jonathan Taylor and a lot of 49ers running backs, and that's going to be Elijah Mitchell for me. Damien Williams coming back, could get a lot of work, but he was out, and Khalil Herbert played pretty well. Let's not forget, folks, playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know Miles Sanders accidentally ran for a couple of first downs last week, but not feeling that. We talked about Gibson already, and Booker's fine, but I don't trust that Giants offense. So process of elimination, I'm going to go with Mitchell personally.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about one play. Is Gibson, I'm trying to figure this out because he has Gibson, he has McKissick, he has Damien Williams, he has Khalil Herbert.
Good job on getting all the handcuffs. Smart.
I mean, you got all these options, right? And we're only picking one guy out of all these. I mean, I'm still going to roll with Gibson. I just think that the Packers cannot stop the run, and Preston Smith is their best defensive lineman, could be out in this game. He's DNP on Friday. So I think I'm just going to roll with Gibson. I think we might be overcorrecting, but the Elijah Mitchell thing is just crawling at me. I have a gut, I'm not the gut guy, Buck is, but I mean, I have a feeling like we're overlooking Mitchell because I don't know, but I'm going to go Gibson here. If that's
my gut just tells me Booker, boys. The gut is spoken. It has not had its eggs yet this morning, but the gut is talking right now, and it's saying Devontae Booker.
We would feel a lot different about Booker if Elijah Penny didn't just steal a goal line carry and get a touchdown. And Booker dominated touches last week, but that end zone carry went to Penny. If that goes to Booker instead, a random play, I mean, we'd probably be auto starting Booker this week.
Also, one more thing, because all these backup running backs are going to be our topic of conversation all morning. We're going to talk about these guys 100 times because all the studs are out, or most of them anyway. For Bob's Giants here, they're actually getting healthy finally in the receiving core as well. Kenny Galladay's out, but they're bringing back almost everybody else. So they do have some weapons outside of the backfield. That makes me a little nervous about Booker as well.
Well, Tony's out. Shepard's a game time decision. Evan Ingram's dealing with an injury, and he was out of practice on Friday, but he's supposed to play. Mm-hmm. Darius Slayton's missed multiple weeks with hamstring. He's questionable for the game. I mean, it's just like these guys might not even finish the game. I mean, who knows?
All roads lead to Booker. is what you're saying right
Yeah.
now. All roads.
No,
It's just a funnel.
All roads lead to John Ross.
Now-
he's back.
Now here's Dennis following up here. This is an interesting question. Keep one of these players moving forward, Khalil, Herbert, or Damien Williams. Surprisingly, Dennis, I may be alone on this one. I called out Khalil Herbert as a rookie preseason. I like him a lot. I'm going to stick with Khalil Herbert. You have a lot of other running backs to wait on it with. If you had to keep one, I'm personally keeping Khalil Herbert.
I think that's fine. I mean, David Montgomery's coming back at some point. I just think that my problem is this specific week. It's going to be, I think you have to beat the Bucs through the air, and you have to beat them with pass catching running backs. And I think Damien Williams is still that pass catching running back. But yeah, I would be fine with Herbert rest of season until what's rest of season? 3-4 weeks till D-Mock comes back, so it's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, it's either or. No matter what, you're going to face that guillotine with D-Monk coming back. Damien Williams is a player that frustrates me because he's had it on a platter for him multiple times in his career, and at no point has he taken the bull by the horns.
Exactly.
As a gut guy, I need the fellow that's going to take the bull by the horns. That's how I live my life. That's how I need Damien Williams to live his life. He just doesn't. So I'm fine with Herbert here.
What a wild ride that would be to actually like have a bull by the horns and go through that experience.
No thanks.
Terrifying.
I'm out on that one. Luke, how you doing, man? He needs
Morning.
one running back, one receiver, and a flex. So we need 3 players here. Devonta Freeman, Alex Collins, AJ Dillon, Corey Davis, Christian Kirk, and Rashard Bateman.
See, this is okay. I know we're talking about Alex Collins. We got the weather, whatever. I know Pete Carroll says he's healthy and going to play for sure. But he was pretty beat up, was he not? Like, is he 100% going to play Monday night? Because the issue is he's Monday night. So if you commit to him, all these other guys are going to pass. If he sits somehow, you're going to end up with Rashad Penny, who I know some of us love, but some of us don't. I'm going to go with Freeman. Okay, we need 3 basically. So Freeman as my running back, Bateman as my wide receiver.
Bold.
Yeah, just the volume against Cincinnati, and I know Christian Kirk could blow up against Houston, but I think everybody will, so unless it's a big play, whatever. So I'm going to go Freeman, Kirk, and then my flex. Oh, I'm sorry. Freeman, Bateman. Yeah, and then actually just to cover my bases, I'll go Kirk as well. So Freeman, Bateman, and Kirk for me.
Perfect. All right, Bob.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. The Ravens, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Green Bay Packers all have some of the worst matchups in my run game metric. And I'm not feeling Dillon as a backup in this game, so I'll probably fade him. Collins is playing New Orleans. I mean, we know New Orleans' run defense is ridiculous. So I'm not too high on him either. And Freeman, I guess I'm going to go Alex Collins because if he plays, he's going to be the workhorse at least. I know I can probably plus 7-8 carries over guys like Freeman and AJ Dillon this season. So I'm going to go him at the running back position. Davis is going to be shadowed this week, and he did nothing. He had 2 for 8 against the Pats in week 1. I can't bank on him. So, like, it's just, it's not a thing. I think in this case, I'm going to go Bateman, Kirk, Alex Collins.
Yeah, I'm going to go Alex Collins here. I'm going to go Devonta Freeman and Christian Kirk. All right, we got Brock here. Brock Funk, bringing the funk.
What up, B?
Start 2, sit 2, Superflex League. We got Hollywood Brown, Henry Ruggs, Jared Goff, Mecole Hardman. 1 spot for wide receiver, 1 spot for Superflex. Sky.
Love this kid, by the way. Shouts out to Brock. Tell the folks to say hi. Let's go 1 spot for receiver, 1 spot for Superflex. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Just pick 2 of them. Not Goff. Rams are going to eat big time. I'm going to go Marquise Brown and surprisingly Mecole Hardman. This is going to be my gut call maybe today. Tyreek Hill's Tyreek Hill, but he's coming in with about 60% of one of his hammies. Chance if they start rolling Tennessee somehow with that secondary, they might get less work in the second half. Hardman surprisingly has had I think 16 targets over the last 2 games. He's actually carving out a second role there with Sammy Watkins gone. So I'm going to go Hollywood and Hardman.
God, I think Hollywood's the one guy that you have to play. But But Goff, really, we think Hardman and Ruggs in a super flex is going to get more points than Goff. That's crazy. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I just feel like, Goff revenge game? We don't think he's going to be amped to play the
Does he
Rams?
seem like a guy that
Bro.
has all this deep-breeded hatred for the Rams? No, he seems like a passive California kid that just wants to go surf and knock around at the In-N-Out burger after
That's
hours.
exactly what we do all day long. Look, fun fact, I don't want to digress too much. Fun fact, Brock and I, family friends, long time, first time, love this kid. Anyway, Brock and I grew up in the same town that Jared Goff is from. Fun fact there. And in that town, if you're playing the Rams, it's a known fact that you're scared shitless and you're not going to have a good game. So I'm going to stick with Hardman and Brown.
Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm just going to take off on my super flex. I just think that even a shitty game for a quarterback gets you 10 to 12 points, I don't know. I think he's going to probably be better than the banking on Hardman, and so I'm going to go Marquise Brown and Goff in this scenario.
Yeah, same for me, Bob. I'm going Marquise Brown and Jared Goff. I have to get the quarterback in there. At that point, you're looking at what, a 14-point game is a win for you in this situation from my perspective. So I think 14 points for a quarterback is more than doable there. Good luck, Brock. Misa, how you doing, my friend? Tyreek Hill, this is a great segue into injuries here, Bob. What do we got going on here injury-wise today?
Yeah, reports are saying that Tyreek Hill is going to be in. We did do a breakdown of all our notable injuries. I got these right now, so we can talk through them. But right off the bat, Devontae Parker was looking like he was going to be active, but now he is not. So it looks like Parker's going to be out this week. That's notable for Jalen Waddle with the slot cornerback for Atlanta being out in this game. Waddle could be someone that you put back in your lineups. This is good news for Mike Gesicki, who's been really dominating looks with Parker out. So that's one of the latest updates there. Matt Collins, believe it or not, if you're looking for a really deep wide receiver 4, he led the team in routes last week. And Atlanta's more of a out wide funnel defense, so that could be a deep name if you need it. Sammy Watkins and Latavius Murray, we've brought this up multiple times. Freeman's a popular name popping up. Rashad Bateman was third on the team in routes with Watkins out. But also keep in mind, we talk about Marquise Brown. He was the clear alpha with Sammy Watkins not in the game. He ran the most routes on the team last week, so I like Marquise Brown because of the injury to Sammy Watkins. Darius Williams, the cornerback, outside cornerback, the second best cornerback on the Rams. Why is this notable? Jalen Ramsey finally moved outside last week. Because of this injury, he was not playing the slot. So that's better news for Amon-Ra St. Brown in a game where they're expected to trail and have to throw. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown in PPR leagues with Jalen Ramsey moving out wide could be something to work. Note there. Galladay, Barkley, Tony all out. Shepard questionable. We're going to have to wait till 8:30 to hear who's actually in and out. Evan Ingram sounds like he's playing, even though he was DNP on Friday versus Carolina Panthers, but we'll touch more on that later. Terrace Marshall against the Giants. The slot wide receiver is out. Robbie Anderson, it's been ugly. It's been really ugly the last couple of weeks, I know, but this guy got 11 targets last week. He's playing the Giants. I think that Robbie Anderson is usable this week because Marshall is out, and basically the targets are going to go to Moore, and they're going to go to Robbie Anderson this week. Cardinals DST could be down 5 starting defensive linemen. 5 guys in their rotation are out this week, so that's notable. I know they're playing Houston. I know it's a popular streamer. I know we're still probably rolling with Arizona, but I thought that was really notable, especially if you're one of these guys looking at Devonta Freeman. I boldly say I'd rather start Mark Ingram over Freeman this week on my podcast yesterday. Chester Rodgers, Kansas City. Why is this important? Well, they're playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Could be a high-scoring game. Julio Jones and A.J. Brown are obvious, but Nick Westbrook and Keeney, right? Sky, I know you know.
Akina, Nick Westbrook, Akina.
He started as the slot receiver last week. I thought that was notable. If you're looking for deeper names, that's another guy that could pop up. Washington football team is down 2 of their receivers again. De'Ami Brown, Sky's boy from this offseason, he actually ran a lot of routes last week, number 2 in routes, and the matchup against Green Bay is good. If you're looking for another DFS dart throw, or if you're looking for a deeper name because of all the bye weeks, De'Ami Brown is someone I like this week a lot and is a late dart throw. The Bears are potentially down multiple starters, but they're also down 2 of their starting safeties, Deion Bush and Gibson this week. O.J. Howard, because of no Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski, yes, he's still a part-time player, but he did see a lot of work last week. Could be someone you play this week if you need a tight end with all the bye weeks. AB and Gronk just brought up, they're both out. I think Chris Godwin's my start of the week at receiver position against the Chicago Bears. Colts down 2 DBs in the secondary against San Francisco. It might not matter, but I think Debo in this kind of sloppy game, his yards after catch ability will be fine. I think Debo's a lock. Colts also down 2 wide receivers. Buck brought up on our show Wednesday that he likes Mo Alley-Cox. That could be something really notable because they're going to need their tight ends this week. And finally, on this Monday night game, Taysom Hill is out. I know it doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but that's all. That means the game's going to be all Jameis Winston. When they get to the red zone, I think Kamara has his blow-up game because none of that Taysom Hill red zone stuff's going to be happening. And also, Deontay Harris is out. If you want to get ridiculous and you want to be like, just say, I did this, Kenny Stills led the team in slot routes last week, and the Seattle Seahawks are a slot funnel defense. Kenny Stills could be like that. Let's do that one-game slate. Get Kenny Stills in your one-game slates, but those are the notable injuries. We'll have more once we get the announcements at 8:30.
Beautiful. Thank you, Bob.
What Bob's saying is start of the weeks are Mark Ingram and Kenny Stills. Take it to the bank.
Let's do it, baby.
Bob, get you a towel and wipe yourself off, man. You're sweating over there. Maybe a Gatorade or something. All right, Misa, half point. Choose 3. Ruggs, Renfro, Pascal, whatever. Is it Pascal? Pascal. Jefferson and Patrick. Patrick already played, so Patrick's out. Patrick had a bad game, 1.6 points in a standard.
Jefferson isn't playing.
Yeah,
Wait,
Justin Jefferson on a bye, right?
Is this as easy as we think it is, where it's the 2 Raiders and Pascal?
Yes.
It has to be. Yeah, I don't think you can pick the other guys.
Yeah, Misa, the other guys are done. I don't know what platform you're on. I would hope that they would advise you that these players are on a bye.
Well, just to be safe, Misa, we'll if we're misunderstanding or we're catching someone different here, slide back in the comments. We'll jump to you right away if we're missing somebody. But those 3 are the 3 to play there.
The only 3 that can play. All right, Keegan, pick 2 in a PPR. Allen Robinson, Tyler Lockett, or Hunter Renfrow. This is a tricky one here, boys. This is a tricky one. I'm gonna go against myself here. I'm gonna say Renfrow and Lockett. And I've been A-Rob's #1 supporter on this show week after week after week,
too.
thinking it's coming. I don't think it's coming. In fact, I think you're going to run out of breath if you're holding it.
Van Jefferson.
Oh, Van Jefferson. I love that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Sorry, Keegan, we'll get right back to this. So Ruggs, Renfrow, Van Jefferson, Pascal, Tim Patrick, but he already played.
Yeah.
So out of those 3, I'm going to go Renfrow, Pascal, Jefferson.
Yeah, I
know that stings you there, buddy.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go both Raiders, which I hate doing unless it's Keenan Allen and Mike Evans or Mike Williams or Evans and AB or something. But I'm going to go both Raiders and Van Jefferson. Big plays are going to be had against the Lions. Matt Stafford should go nuts at least in the first half. And Van Jefferson, like Deshaun Jackson, only needs 1 game breaker for me.
Yeah, you know what the weird thing is? I think Ruggs is in for me, definitely. Mm-hmm. Van Jefferson does have a nice matchup against Detroit on the outside. I think I'm going to lean him. But the question I have, though, is, like, how much are we going to impact? Because, like, Pascal's going to be a necessity because they don't have Hilton. They don't have Paris Campbell. And the San Francisco 49ers are more susceptible to the slot. So I like that. But I just don't know how do we feel about the weather in this game? Do we think is it a complete fade for a guy like Pascal? To me, I'm not excited to start him, but I like the matchup better than I like. Hunter Renfrow has fallen behind Brian Edwards. He's fallen behind Henry Ruggs in routes. So I don't know how much. And the Eagles' defense has been okay. So what are your guys' thoughts on the game? I guess, Buck, question for you. Is the weather in that game really impactful enough to where you're going to go to a guy maybe slightly under another for this matchup?
No, I don't see it that way.
Okay, then I'm going to go Pascal, Ruggs, Jefferson.
All right, you got it there, Misa. All right, Keegan, back to you. Like I said, I have Lockett and Renfrow. And Bob, the shade thrown towards one Hunter Renfrow, it strikes me deep into my core from you. Hunter Renfrow should blow up in this game.
You think so?
Yes, I do. They struggle against the slot. Look at your metrics. You know it. Hunter Renfrow goes big this game. Talking 6 catches.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the tough part is Lockett's not Lockett with Geno Smith. too. So, I mean, his floor is like very bad. Like one catch for 11 yards bad, like with Geno Smith. So, you're going to get a safer floor in PPR from Renfro than probably Lockett. The game is Monday night. They're playing against New Orleans. New Orleans is a very good defense across the board. Marshawn Lattimore is probably going to be on DK Metcalf, but Bradley Roby's legit too. So I don't know if I'm even excited. I think A-Rob to me is like, I just have a weird feeling about A-Rob this week. He's going to be all right. So I think I'm going to go A-Rob, and I'm actually going to lean Renfro. I think I'm just not excited for Lockett with Geno Smith. So I'm going to go Renfro with the high floor and A-Rob this week.
Scott.
Yep. I call Renfro other Edelman. So I'll go with that. He had 6 catches, Buck, in 2 of the last 3 games. Stunted last week, only 3 on 5 targets, but he's had at least 5 receptions in 5 of his 6 games. I like Renfro for a floor, but you're just not going to get a touchdown with him. And then A-Rob as well. I'll stick with that as well.
Key caveat here, guys. I totally forgot about this. Darren Waller is questionable.
Yep.
He popped up late.
That's
another thing we have to look at too, right? Because if Waller's out, then I think Renfro really gets it going.
You're not feeling Foster Moreau for a big game?
Woo! Damn.
Yes.
I do like Foster Moreau, though. That's actually a great call, though. But I think that Renfro is going to be it's going to be like the Cole Beasley, Dawson Knox. When Knox broke his hand, Beasley blew up, got all the routes. He blew up last week. I think a similar thing will happen with Renfro. So let's watch that Waller injury.
Yeah, you guys just reminded me of that sick movie, Island of Dr. Moreau. Quite troubling. All right. Harris YT coming in here. All right, rank these. So we're having to provide rankings. Half PPR. Brandon Cooks, Jalen Waddle, Robert Woods.
We're going to have to up our salary if we're going to start doing rankings.
I don't mind it. This is fine.
I'll go. Give me a second. I'm going to go to my rankings and make it easy for everybody here. Cooks, Waddle, and Woods. I'll be right back with you.
Is these rest of season?
I mean, I would assume so. PPR, rest of season.
Right. Well,
I got Cooks, Waddle, Woods in that order.
This week I've got Woods at 16, Cooks at 18, Waddle at 19. How about that? And I've got Cortland Sutton in that mix who already played as well. So Woods, Cooks, and Waddle for me this week. Rest of season, Waddle, Woods. Waddle, Cooks, Woods. Rest of season.
So I did a rest of season metric this week. Houston actually got a very tough rest of season schedule. They're actually 24th and out wide in my metric. So I don't know how I feel about all that.
I love it. I want them to get crushed. Brandon Cooks gets more involved every single time.
All right, there you go. That's one way to look at it. I think Cooks is great, though. I think Cooks is number 1 no matter what anyway, personally. I think I'm going to go with you, Buck. I think I'm going to go Cooks, Waddle, Woods rest of the season.
Yeah, I got Cooks, Waddle, Woods there, Harris. Thanks for the question. Happy NFL football Sunday. You got that right, Sam. I'm going to the Buccaneers tailgate right after we finish recording. I can't wait. We always do a themed cookout for the game here, Bob. So we're doing Italian beefs a la Chicago this week. I got the giardiniera in the fridge right now. We are ready to rock. Sea Dog. I love Sea Dog. Hollywood or Jacoby Myers full PPR?
Hollywood Brown. Mark it and do it. Waller injury update. Nobody knows, Sea Dog. It's not looking good. And the fact that it isn't looking good would say you got to get another option at tight end there. I would put Waller on your bench at this juncture. I would say your best interest is to have a plan with the Waller injury, because I don't see him playing. And if he does play, I don't see him playing much. That's, this is from an outsider. I have no idea what's going on there in Las Vegas. Nobody else does either. What happens there stays there, folks. Whitaker Hart, non-PPR, Damian Harris or Chase Edmonds. We'll start there. Bob, we'll get to the second one after this. Damian Harris, in my opinion, is one of the better starts. The Patriots offensive line's getting healthy. 3 of the 4 guys that have been out over the last couple of weeks are back. And CJ Mosley, the stud middle linebacker for the Jets, is out. So I like Damian Harris this week.
Yeah, Damian Harris for me here, Whitaker. And then Devonta Smith or Jacoby Myers.
Both fades for me this week. So this is going to be, it's tough. It's like 2 of the kids in that your kid goes to school and you don't like the 2 kids. They're bad influences. I think these guys are both bad influences in your lineup this week. I'm going to go Devonta Smith, I guess.
These are the guys smoking pot in the bathroom,
right?
These...
You know, and I warned them. I said, "Stop smoking that pot, kids," and they don't listen. So now I'm smoking pot, picking Devonta Smith.
Exactly. I'm going Devonta Smith here as well. Thank you for the question, Whitaker. Appreciate it. All right, I can't even say this name. I have no idea what that is. Nemo. We'll just call him Nemo. Want to become famous? Buy followers and viewers on big follows. That's big. That's big. That's going to change the game for us here, Bob.
Yeah.
That is going to change the game for us. Sam Crow, Nomad, one of the OGs, one of the GOATs from Twitch. Started Noah Fant. That's great. He's got bye weeks all over the bench. Starting Kyler Murray, Devonta Freeman, Darrell Williams, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Cooks, Daniel Carlson sighting, folks. We got a DC sighting out there, Bob. Colts defense. Is that a decent week considering the injuries? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think you're opting for opportunity here, and it works. Like Deebo Samuel, great matchup. Brandon Cooks, game script should favor him. DK Metcalf, it's at this point, it's a dice throw. You don't know, but he can hit on the heavy ones. And then Devonta Freeman and Darrell Williams, I think both should have a decent load, like 10 touches today. So you got a chance. I think you did well navigating the bye week.
Yeah, I mean, Devonta Freeman's going to have at least double-digit touches. So at least that you'll have that going for you in this matchup. I think the question comes, I'm not going to sit Deebo this week against the Colts. I am not sitting Brandon Cooks against Arizona. And DK Metcalf, I know at least he's Geno's main guy. I know he's got Marshawn Lattimore on Monday night, but I just don't know if I mean, we haven't even seen, talk about injuries. We haven't seen Julio. I feel like we haven't seen Julio finish a game yet this season. He's had maybe one really productive game this year. But the matchup, I do like Kansas City, him against Kansas City. I know the only one I would consider is DK to sit for Julio, but I think just because of the injury, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it there. Bob, we got a super chat there?
Yes, we do. Scott, what's up, bud? Good morning, sir. Thank you. And just as a reminder to everyone that our super chat function we have on YouTube, all the donations, we're actually partnering with Good Sports. So right after this, I'm going to do a quick promo on Good Sports, let you know what that's all about. But let's get to Scott's question first. Morning, gents. PPR league, is McKissick the better play than Gibson with the shin injury? Also, Marquise Callaway or Rondell Moore? Thanks. Hashtag Bills Mafia. Hashtag Buck Army. Going strong.
Buck Army rides
Buck, what's your
strong.
thoughts, buddy?
All right, so with Gibson, I'm fading. And this will be like the third time this year I'm fading Gibson. And this time it's because of injury. I would rather trust McKissick here. Game could get ugly, number one. And that just favors McKissick. And then Gibson, let's say they throw him out there and it's not reacting well to the movement. And he's out. And then it's just J.D. McKissick. So I'm going McKissick there. And I'm going to go Rondale Moore. I think you talked about it earlier, Bob. They're going to spread the love there. And Rondale Moore is a big play threat. He's a guy that they architect plays to get the ball to him. I'm going to go with Rondale Moore. I think he has a big play today.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on McKissick. I think in the game flow with the Packers in full PPR, I think it's safer bet just to play McKissick. He's going to get the work. Plus, I talked about the injuries. They still have a lot of injuries to the receiving core. I know Ricky Seals-Jones is our guy, but he's no Logan Thomas. So I think that's key. But then the other one, I'm actually going to go Callaway because my thought process is there's no Deontay Harris. I know Traquan Smith should be back this week, but Marcus Callaway has shown a little bit with Harris out. There's basically no one else to throw to. So Rondale Moore is a distant fourth. And with Zach Ertz now involved this week, I'm just not sure what his role is going to be. Even against a Houston team. And Houston, for what it's worth, have been decent against wide receivers this season. So I'm going to go Callaway and McKissick. But thanks, Scott. Before we go up to the next question, I just want to make sure I remind everybody, listen, we have our new partner on the Sunday Live show, and that is Good Sports. Good Sports is it's a charity organization that helps kids play sports. And we're super excited to work with Good Sports and donate 10% of all our donations. So if you donate via the Super Chat on YouTube, or if you use the TCK Pod Venmo account, if you're on Twitch or Facebook or Periscope, or wherever you're watching outside of YouTube. You can use that TCK pod. 10% of donations go to good sports. So we're super excited. They've donated over 27,000 kits to underprivileged communities, and over 541,000 kids have been served so far by Good Sports. So it's a great organization. We're super excited. And this month, we're up to $40 in donations already. We're hoping to get well over 50. So whatever you could donate would be really appreciated to us, and we'll make sure to hit our goal this week. Back to you, Buck.
Yeah, Good Sports. Love it. All right, we got Nick Hobie here. Pick 2. Woods, Metcalf, Higgins, Mitchell in a full PPR. Love to see the format there, Nick. Sky, welcome back to the hot seat, brother.
Yeah, Metcalf for sure. And I feel like this is a sneaky Tyler Boyd game for some reason versus the Ravens.
Me too.
Mitchell in the run game. Man, it's hard to go against Woods. I'm going to go Woods and Metcalf.
Woods and Metcalf for me, Bob.
Mitchell's my guy. I just think he's gonna be good. I'm gonna go Mitchell, and I'm gonna go Woods and Mitchell.
Harris, Sony Michel, or Jamal Williams, non-PPR. So a standard format here. Bob, will go to you first.
Jeez. I guess because, listen, Swift has been the guy that you play when they know they're going to trail. He gets the route. So I'm going to go Sony Michel just because I think the Rams are going to take a lead and he's going to get you probably 8 to 10 carries. So I'm going to go Sony Michel.
Same.
I'm going Jamal here. I just got a feeling. End zone. House call. C-Dog, pick 3. Woods, DK, Myers, or Hollywood Brown. Normally wouldn't ask, but he's got Thielen on a bye as well. So this is a good question here, Sky.
C-Dog, first of all, feel free to ask. We're here for you. And C-Dog's got a couple other questions here in the mix we might want to skip to. Just bust them all out if we can for them real quick. So you can find those here down the line.
Yep.
Woods, DK, Hollywood for me. I like Jacoby Myers. I like what he's doing. But the Jets are surprisingly decent to good in the secondary there. And we know that he hasn't scored a touch. He's thrown 2 touchdowns in his career, hasn't caught one somehow. So I'm going to go with all the studs here. Hollywood Brown, DK Metcalf, and Robert Woods.
Same
3 for me here, C-Dog. The other question was just update on Waller. Like I said, have a plan. Have a plan there. Kicker question, Bob. Here we go.
Reggie Bullock already?
Reggie Bullock in the mix.
Early in the morning? Yikes.
I like that it's Bollock here, like Bollocks. Reggie Bollocks, Butker, or Gonzalez here, Bob. And we're just going to lead on Bob. We're leaning on Bob for kickers here on out.
Yeah, I'm going to take this one off.
I'm going to do a quick run through of the main guys in my metric. Nick Folk is number 1. Some of the main guys like Prater and Matt Gay, who are pretty much well owned, are also in that top. Mason Crosby for the Packers is mostly owned. But if you're starting to dig a little, it's Randy Bullock. He's the next guy on my list. Zane Gonzalez is my sleeper kicker. When he put up Gonzalez, I got a little tingle. I'm not gonna lie. This got me going a little bit.
That's weird, Bob.
Zane Gonzalez for the Carolina Panthers against the Giants is my deep sleeper this week at the kicker position. But if you can get Randy Bullock, great. And I would actually play Butker over Gonzalez as well. But I'm gonna go Bullock right in the order. Bullock, Butker, Gonzalez.
Those are some damn good options there, Dennis. You heard it from the man himself. Let it be real. All right, Ray Gamer coming in. Start 1, standard scoring. Collins versus the Saints in rainy weather. Didn't practice much this week. Groin injury. We talked about it earlier. He is active. Michael Carter versus Patriots, or Ramondre Stevenson versus the Jets. So we need one out of Collins, Carter, and Stevenson. Sky.
Yeah, this one's really tough here. So Carter and Stevenson are in the same game, obviously. Carter, I think, is on his way to becoming the definite number 1. Not sure it happens against the Patriots this week. Stevenson, I like, is kind of a sleeper, but it's going to be Harris early and often. But it's tough to go Collins here because he's on Monday Night Football. Again, if you commit to him and let this game go by, you could be in Schitt's Creek, if you know what I'm saying. So, man, I guess I hate to be a cop out here, but let's monitor this situation through the morning here. If Collins looks like he's going to play, I'm going to play him. Otherwise, I would go with Stevenson.
It's Michael Carter for me. I think after the bye, they're going to get this kid more involved, and I think he's actually got the best matchup out of all these guys, too. I mean, Ramondre Stevenson is a backup.
Mm-hmm.
I think Damian Harris is still – he's a rock-solid play, but I think I'm going to go Michael Carter in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, if Collins is a full go and you're obviously held hostage by the Monday night factor here, if Collins is a go, it's Collins for me with Carter as the number 2. And I'm going to be the wait and see guy with Ramondre Stevenson. I'm still waiting. I need to see it.
Dude, it's there.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, Dennis coming back here. Not going to start Herbert or Damien Williams. Can only stock one moving forward. Which one would you keep? We spoke about this earlier. I like Khalil Herbert rest of season over Damien Williams.
Samesies.
Same.
And pick up Penny instead for next week. No, don't go down this torturous road. Do not pick up Elijah Penny. For the love of God, Dennis, don't do it.
Is it Rashad though? Because then Bobby's all about it.
Well,
I just think, yeah. Well, go ahead.
Maybe Rashad. I mean, I could see that, but I would rather have Herbert than Rashad Penny. Penny's been a penny for many years now.
I listen, with Penny, the guy in his career averages 5 yards per carry. He can't stay healthy, I know that, but when he's on the field, he's very productive. And the Chris Carson neck injury, it doesn't sound that optimistic. They keep talking about, Pete Carroll just said, I don't know when he's coming back. They said the earliest is week 10, but they don't seem to sound confident. I mean, Alex Collins has been good, though. I think that's true. But I think Penny has always been the guy they wanted to be the factor. With Montgomery pending back, I think I would take the shot. I mean, yeah, with Montgomery coming back, I think I'm going to take the shot on Rashad Penny. Whoa.
He's getting suited up over there, folks. All right. Pittman or Ayuk? Bob, we'll start with you, pal.
Same game.
Yeah. I think the Brandon Ayuk noise is happening.
Me too.
Personally, in my opinion, I've heard some good things about Ayuk's practice habits this week. But the matchup is just clearly Ayuk, so I'm going to go Ayuk.
I'm going Ayuk in here.
Wasn't Pittman your fade this week, Buck?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just quickly scanning Pittman. 2 for 35 against Houston. How does that even happen?
Gross. Disgusting.
Houston's good, man, against – I don't know how, but they're good against receivers. It makes no sense. They can't stop the run. But for some reason, they're good against receivers. It makes no sense at all.
Well, other than against the juggernaut Houston secondary, he had 8, 6, 6, and 6 receptions. I'm going to go Pittman here. Unfortunately, as a 49er fan, the secondary makes me a bit nauseous. A little early to talk about the 49er secondary. And, you might get an edge with Ayuk because he can run the ball a little bit if it's sloppy, but Pittman is the number 1, 2, and 3 with T.Y. Hilton out and Campbell out. So I'm going to go Pittman here.
All right. Ayuk is the play here. Come on now here, Beach.
Also, good morning, Beach. Beach is always in for our he does the predictions every week when we do every game, the game predictions for the week. Beach is in there giving me score predictions every single week.
That's fantastic, Beach.
Yeah.
All right, we got Jay Too Nice. He's too nice. Start Gibson if he plays or start Elijah Mitchell. Everyone else is on bye. Welcome to the club, my man. Welcome to the club, Jay. Sky, what are your thoughts here?
Oh man, this is tough. These are two of my guys here. Start Gibson if he plays or start Elijah Mitchell. Boy, howdy. Mitchell.
I don't know. I listen. I like Elijah Mitchell enough. I mean, Gibson to me is someone that I'm going to play most cases, but Mitchell to me, I feel like we're the 49ers running back that looks really good in this scheme always ends up working out. So I'm going to go Mitchell because the Gibson injury. I think when I like the other option, I'll go the other option. It's Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm going Elijah Mitchell here. Like I've been fading Gibson all day. I can't stop now. Once you get me going, there ain't no stopping it. Bob,
too many
super chat.
Too many things for me while we bring that up. Too many things for me with Gibson to worry me. The injury, game script, J.D. McKissick, him leaving early. not excited.
Yeah, we got a couple here. Good morning, John Kennedy.
What up,
Hello,
John?
sir.
Good
Good
morning.
to see you. Good morning. Mooney or Allen Robinson, the Bears wide receivers. Let's ship it down to Sky. What's your thoughts
Mooney.
here, Sky? Mooney?
Yeah, Mooney's the number one here. And I said this a few weeks ago when Justin Fields took over. And a lot of times you see what happens with younger quarterbacks or backups in practice and in the preseason. Second quarterbacks run with second wide receivers. The number ones run with each other. The number twos run with each other. So now that they're starters, it doesn't sound correct, but the number two was Justin Fields coming in. The number two was Nardole Mooney. They got more work, and we've seen it since Fields has come in. Darnell Mooney is the number one wide receiver for the Bears. As much as I hate that as an Allen Robinson truther, I got to go Mooney here if you're going head-to-head.
Buck?
Oh, Lord. I'm going Mooney, and it hurts my soul. I agree with all the points Sky made. Mooney is the target.
Just want to typically we would like to see some hard evidence, Sky, like Buck brought up on Wednesday because I said something similar, and we're looking into Charlie Batch Hall of Fame stats to back up some of this backup quarterback narrative. But we'll make sure to bring it for next week's show and have more hard data. But I agree,
the batch list,
baby. Darnell Mooney for me too. I wrote about it in my article. I like him a lot this week as well. Another super chat from Scott. Thank you, Scott, once again. PPR flex spot Collins, Ertz, or Ramondre Stevenson. Thanks again, gentlemen. Let's go with Buck this time. Which one you got?
Alex Collins. Assuming he's playing, I'm going Alex Collins. You got to wait that out, and that stinks. And I know, you feel like you're in a pressure cooker. I live in a pressure cooker, bud. So I'm comfortable here. Buck Army, Bills Mafia, Collins.
God, I love pressure cookers. I mean, for real, you can throw anything in there and it's going to be delicious. So,
it's
well
unbelievable.
Done. It is. Yeah, it's really
ninja
good.
foodie. I'm a ninja foodie boy.
100%. I'd like to get Buck's recipe from this week. I missed it, unfortunately, but let me know after this how we did. Scott, we just talked about Collins and Stevenson head to head, and I hate to cop out, but it's the Monday night thing. You take the risk on it with Collins, but I think he's the better play. So let's do that. Gut feeling here. Ertz scores at least one, maybe two against Houston here because they are good against wide receivers, apparently. So Ertz might have a sneaky game, but I wouldn't count on it. First game as a Cardinal. So let's go Collins here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Collins as well. Just that volume. Ertz is still going to be behind those three receivers, and Rondell Moore and him will probably split some of that fourth option work. So I think I'm going to go Alex Collins here. We got one more, and our boy Nice Try is back. Welcome, man. How you doing? My girl in the 505, Bethany, says, good morning. Good morning to you, sir. Nice Try. Bateman or Robbie Anderson? Let's go with Sky on this one first.
I'm going to go Rashad Bateman here. Nice debut, 6 targets with the rook coming in. I know Robbie Anderson had 11, but per usual, did nothing with them. And I'm going to stick in the Flames here. I think it's going to be a shootout in Cincinnati with the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm going to go with Bateman.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bateman here as well. Bob Anderson has clearly made an enemy with his unifying there with Sam Darnold. It is not two lovers that lost each other and then found love again. It is star-crossed love, and they hate each other. No Bob Anderson.
Yeah. The Terrace Marshall injury kind of makes this a lot closer than I want it to be. But I actually have the same exact problem in one league. Rob Anderson's on waivers. I actually chose Bateman. So I need to be honest here. I go Rashad Bateman. Thank you. Nice try. I appreciate it. Buck, back to you, buddy.
Pop quiz, gentlemen. What area code is 505? I'll give you a clue. It's Southwest states. Southwest states. What state is 505 in?
New Mexico.
Nailed it. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Well done,
yes. Bob. Yep. That was me. That was
Buck. Yeah. I can't take credit for that.
I got plenty. I have plenty of clients in Albuquerque, so I'm very familiar with that.
Attaboy.
All right, Self coming in. Nice to see you back here, Self. Alex Collins in 2 leagues. Bye week killing him. Collins or Khalil Herbert. I'm going to go Collins here. I'm just going to go out on a ledge and say I think the boys agree. I don't want any part of the Bucs run defense here. PPR, and then Collins or Devonta Freeman in a standard. I'm still going to lean on Collins here. Better overall rushing approach.
Yeah, I'll go with Collins ×2 here. I do like Devonta Freeman over Le'Veon Bell, but it's still Lamar Jackson show. And I don't even think Devonta Freeman's that good. I just think he's better than Le'Veon Bell right now. Showed a little burst last week. But I'm going to go Collins over the Buccaneers defense, and I'll go Collins over Freeman as well. Let's hope he plays. My goodness. We're going to be in trouble if he doesn't.
Yeah, I'm going to go Collins across the board as well.
All right, we got Ray Gamer coming back in the mix. Start 2 receivers. Standard scoring, Sterling Shepard, Christian Kirk, Bateman, Hunter Renfrow, and Shepard is a game time decision. I would rule Shepard out currently.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's Shepard for me if he's in. But like you said, we don't know that just yet, so you might have to circle back with us on this one. If Shepard is ruled out, I'm probably going to go do we know it's PPR? Do we have standard scoring? Yeah. Oh, Bateman then. I'm going to go Bateman against the Bengals in standard scoring.
Yeah, for me it's pretty easy with the standard scoring. You're looking at touchdown upside at that point and big yardage upside. That's going to be Kirk on a big play, obviously, with touchdown upside, and Bateman as well. Again, he's the biggest red zone option there for the Ravens at this point outside of Mark Andrews. So I'll go Kirk and Bateman here pretty confidently in standard.
Yeah, in a standard here, I'm going to go with Kirk and Bateman.
And you get that stack with Kyler versus the Texans. I like that too. Go ahead, Bob.
One of the beat writers for the Giants just said a very abbreviated pregame warm-up from Sterling Shepard. Based on that, he does not expect him to play, but we'll see. Still up for debate there. We got another super chatter down here. Ryan.
Good luck, Ray. What up, Ryan?
Ryan Mawaski. I don't think I've ever seen this name before. Ryan, welcome to the show, man, if we haven't seen you before. Chase Edmonds or Mike Davis is actually a pretty good options here in full PPR. Buck, take it down for us.
Chase Edmonds here, and it's simply because he will have some involvement in the pass game here. Mike Davis has been a bit disappointing, and Cordell Patterson, quite frankly, just scares the crap out of me. I'm going to go with Chase Edmonds on this one.
Same. Buck nailed it.
I'm actually going to go.
Did you not have a start-sit question, Bob, for yourself on a Mike Davis this week?
I thought you did.
No. My question was, I have CEH, and I needed wins. My team is 2-4 in this league. I need to start getting players that can actually play. So I got offered Mike Davis for CEH or Elijah Mitchell.
No.
So it's basically all I got. Those are the only two options. So yeah. Trust me, Buck. I don't want it either. But I mean, at this point, you got beggars can't be choosers. To go back to the question, the Miami matchup's much better than the Houston matchup, believe it or not, based on some of my metrics here. But I'm gonna lean Chase Edmonds. He's just been really good. He's a Swiss Army knife, so I'm gonna go Chase Edmonds as well in this one in PPR. Thanks, Ryan. Back to you, Buck.
All right, we got CPP. Yo, please help. Collins, Carter, or Dylan. Half-point PPR. Pick 2. 100. Rocket ship. Flame emojis. Teddy bears.
Nice.
So let's pause really quick. Teddy bear? Is there a teddy bear reference I'm missing here? Or is that just kind of in the mix?
Aren't those teddy bears at the end?
No, I yes, but it's like, is it a love for Golden Grams or is there a Bears reference? I'm not
maybe
sure.
Golden Grams are a superior snack, by the way.
I agree.
They are great.
Fantastic.
That's true. I like the chocolate ones. I'm definitely on that.
Chocolate ones those are crack for a 5-year-old. Let me tell you.
There's
a reason I look the way I look. There's a reason I look the way I look, folks.
I hear you. All right.
Damn, Dunkaroos for me, man. Jeez, this is my kryptonite. Again, it's Collins, but I say this every week. There's always somebody where I'm like, that guy, and we're about 12 questions in. I'm like, oh my god, okay, now I've committed too heavily to one person. If you have Collins, you need to go try to get Rashad Penny, probably on waivers. Stash him if you can, just in case, or have a contingency plan for somebody else, because this is really making me nervous all of a sudden. Also, put him in your flex position. So maybe you can pick up a Marquez Callaway or a Swaim, something ridiculous if you need to, if he sits. But Collins for me out of this group, but I'm getting a little nervous here just in case he doesn't play.
Yeah, for me, it's Michael Carter. The Patriots' run defense has not been great this year. And I think Michael Carter is just getting a bigger piece of the pie. I just think the New Orleans Saints are probably one of the best 3 defenses against running backs. I mean, they're dominant against the
Always
ground.
are.
So I don't think a banged up Alex Collins gets me too excited this week. So I'm going to go with Michael Carter.
I'm going Michael Carter here. I think it should be a decent game for him, and he's starting to really come into his own. Appreciate the teddy bears and the fire emojis.
He had a combined 88 yards the last time they played in week 2. So,
all right, we got Sarah here, half-point PPR. We got a flex question with Waddle, Sanders, ew, gross, Herbert, or Ayuk, Sky.
Waddle. With Tua in the 2 games, he's been on fire. It's the Alabama show in Miami, so I like Waddle here. I wish you could pick 2 because I would go Ayuk as well, but either way, I'm fading the running backs and in Waddle and Ayuk. I just want to see Ayuk do it. I mean, again, I'm a Niner fan. I watched it last year down the stretch. Ayuk's an animal. Great at Arizona State. I loved when we drafted him, but he's just not clicking this year yet. So Jalen Waddle's on fire, and Devonta Parker is out, I believe. Either way, Will Fuller is
dead.
So
DED.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Waddle here pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm going to go on a limb. It's Miles Sanders. He's actually my start of the week in my article. Sorry, boys. Listen, Lane Johnson's back against the Raiders. The Raiders' run defense is trash. He got all 9 of the running back carries last week. I think it's time. Miles Sanders for me.
God, it better be.
You better not be holding your breath, brother, because if you are, it's been nice knowing you. Because Miles Sanders.
Who am I?
Bob.
Miles Sanders managers. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just can't do it. There's nothing to indicate that he will be primarily involved in this offense, boys. There's nothing there. It's Waddle for me. Waddle is far too consistent with these short routes that he turns into 12-yard gains. He's a good player. I look for a breakout here from Waddle.
Got a super chat, boys.
What up, Anthony?
Anthony, what's up?
Moni.
So, all right, he needs it this week. We all do, buddy. I mean, honestly. Easy peasy. Bobby Trees, Sterling, Terrier Shepherd, or
like
Mecole Softman is Hill out.
Oof, Mecole Softman. That's a little harsh.
Harsh on Mecole there. PPR also Tannehill or Carr at QB. Let's start with the receiver question first, boys. Sky, let's jump down to you.
All right. Well, Bob just gave us news here, and I know, and we say this every week, folks, we're probably 15, 20 minutes behind your actual time of question. If that's the case here, Tony. Oh, you're in the super chats. You're real time. But Tony, if you just missed it, Bob gave us an update that Sterling Shepherd had a limited practice this morning. Not looking good for him. If he sits, it's Bobby Trees easily for me, and I'll skip ahead, and it's Tannehill against the Chiefs. That's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, I got Trees and Tannehill here.
Trees, would that work for you?
Yeah, Trees.
Yeah, especially with Waller out maybe or limited. I don't know if you can really start Carr. Tannehill for me as well at the quarterback position. Sterling Shepherd, unfortunately, him being out. Yeah, I'm going to go Bobby Trees. So it's Trees and Tannehill for me as well. Back to you, Buck.
Also,
we got big dubs.
I do think Mecole gets hard this weekend. I just want to throw that out there. I know it's a family show. I don't want to dive too much into that, but I think Mecole gets hard this weekend.
Well, if everything is functioning properly, he definitely got hard when he woke up this morning. Let's go. B-dubs in the building. Pick 2. Cordell Patterson, Jamar Chase, Darrell Williams, 0.5 PPR. I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to go Cordell Patterson and Jamar Chase.
This is a nice group here.
Real nice. Kind of sexy.
This is an even group, too. I would be good playing each of these 3 guys, and I could sit any one of them for the other 2. Patterson off a bye, man. Pitts finally woke up in London town, but Ridley wasn't there. Ooh, it's tough. That's tough. Darrell Williams for sure. And then I'm going to go Patterson just because I know Chase has been blowing up, but the Ravens have to have some sort of game plan. He's the number 1. I think it's going to be tough. So I'll go with Williams and Patterson.
Yeah, we talked about this, Buck, on our show too, right? While we're fading T. Higgins and buying Tyler Boyd's because they're a slot funnel defense. So that could also impact Chase. I'm going to go Darrell Williams and Cordell Patterson. I'm going with the running backs this week.
I have to say, I am shocked we're sitting here looking at a top 7 wide receiver in Jamar Chase, who I understand matchup wise, you don't like the way that the defense sets up to prevent him from scoring, but he just seems to do it with ease. I just love Jamar Chase, and I sure as hell I just can't put him on my bench, boys. But I respect both of your opinions. You are worthy men. All right, Sam Crow Nomad coming in. He's got Kirk Cousins, Austin Eckler, Zeke, Dalton Schultz on bye, Saquon out, Chris Carson on IR. Listen, bud, have a Gatorade, relax, just chill, man.
That's a great team next week.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be fine next week, Sam. All right, we got Ilias Giftopoulos. Welcome back, my friend. Should he start Waller, Higbee, or Gesicki in a PPR? Interesting question with the Waller news, that it's really a little bit shaky there.
Go ahead,
Gesicki's sneaky here. He's been playing. Yeah, he's been Gesicki has been playing pretty well with Tua recently. It's been Gesicki and Waddle. So many other options for the Rams, although I like the other T. Higgy. Waller's tough. Obviously, if Waller plays, you start him. But I actually might lean Gesicki here if it's between Higbee and Gesicki.
Yeah, Parker's out, right? So with Parker out, I'm going to go Gesicki.
Yeah, I'm going Gesicki here only because I really like the way they script the first drives of their offense. It's terrible quarters 2 through 4. However, that first quarter, their first 2 scripted drives, they heavily favor both Waddle and Gesicki. So I'm going to go with Gesicki here. He looked phenomenal in London on that first scripted drive. And I look for him to just pick up those fantasy points because guess what? Fantasy, it's a vacuum, Sky. Fantasy is a vacuum. And we're living in the vacuum of that first quarter scripted plays. I love it.
We got another super down here.
Mike Gesicki, 6, 12, 6, 7, and 9 targets after 3 in week 1. He's definitely on the radar.
I like it. Ryan Jones. Ryan, good morning. Thanks for donating. Appreciate it. I'm getting emotional. I really appreciate it. Pick what flex full PPR. Devontae Booker, Damian Harris, Mike Davis. Toss it to you, Buck, first. Give us what you got.
Yeah, this is Damian Harris for me. I think this is a plus matchup. I think game script helps him, and I'm going D. Harris.
Yeah, Harry guys got to stick together. I'll go with Damian as well.
Same. I like it. Clean sweep. Back to you, Buck.
Morning, Ryan. Thanks a lot, bud.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right, so Dennis, in my musings surrounding undefeated teams, he's 6-0, about to be 7-0. Thanks for the praise, Buck. Elbow cough. You always got an elbow cough. I was at the airport last week. I was elbow coughing like crazy. Elbow sneezing. I mean, it's just my elbow's getting a workout, and I can't throw a softball anymore, so that helps. All right. It's Fragger, Deebo Samuel, or Chris Godwin in a full PPR. Sky will go to you first.
Well, Bob seems very confident, quote-unquote, start of the week, Chris Godwin here. So I'd like to hear Bob first on this one.
All right, Bob.
No AP right off the bat. The Buck,
no Gronk.
No Gronk, of course. I get that too, but I think so the Bears are a slot funnel defense. They actually have the 3rd highest rate of slot production to the wide receiver position on the year. I like that a lot for Chris Godwin. He's going to be a target vacuum. He's got the matchup. I'm all in on Chris Godwin this week. He's in all my DFS lineups. But hopefully the rain isn't a big deal. I think Bucky said it wasn't, right? So the weather isn't a problem.
I don't think this is going to be a Tampa monsoon. No.
Okay.
The skies, they don't look ominous right now, Bob. I look for the ominous skies to tell me if there's going to be some problems on the field.
I love it. I love that you're there. You're on. Yeah. You're like our sideline reporter.
No shit. I'm 8 minutes from the stadium, so I'm right here. I'm at the stadium as I currently sit, boys.
Nice. I'm 4.5 from Autzen Stadium here in Eugene. So if you ever need like a Ducks weather report, you just let me know.
I will.
Man, it's tough to fade Deebo because he's been on fire. However, I'm going to overthink this. I'm going to go Chris Godwin for the reason Bob said. No AB, no Gronk. It's going to be huge. Also, coming out of a bye, Deebo Samuel has been the product of no other weapons, no George Kittle, no run game, and 3 huge 70-yard plays for touchdowns. I think he comes back down to earth. I think Ayuk gets involved here. I think Ross Dwelly has a couple catches at tight end, and I think the run game gets going for the Niners. So the pendulum sways just in favor of Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I'm going to go Chris Godwin here as well. All right, we got Harris here. Pick one. James Garoppolo, Sky, or Justin Fields? I'm going James Garoppolo.
No, it's never James. Hashtag never James. It's Justin Fields simply because he's not Jimmy Garoppolo. Also, he is coming into his own. I know it's ugly. I know the Bears have been a joke. I know the Bucs are a very good defense overall. He has a rushing ability that Jimmy Garoppolo's never had. And again, if the weather's really bad in San Francisco, it's going to be run. And as we saw in the playoffs, Jimmy Garoppolo might throw 9 attempts literally in a game. It's Justin Fields here for fantasy.
Yeah, I just can't trust Fields. Your thoughts on this one, Bob?
Garoppolo versus Fields. Yeah, I think it's Justin Fields in my opinion. I think the rushing floor for him, he's going to have to scramble, but it's just been volume based. I mean, the Bears have been one of the lowest dropbacks for expectations on the year. They have not had to throw, and they've been in good game scripts the last 2 weeks for them not to have to throw. This week against Tampa, he's going to have to drop back, which is going to lead to more scrambling. I like Justin Fields this week.
All right, we got a super chat there, Bob.
Yes, we do. I come back in hot. Ryan Murowski. I like it. We're having a lot of Ryans today. It's a good Ryan.
That's the same Ryan. That's same Ryan Murowski. Great guy.
What? Well, touche then. First off, we lose a Ryan because Ryan's not here today. Levy. Now we replace him with other Ryans. This is good stuff. This is the full circle.
Next man up. That's what
circle
it is.
Of life.
Next.
Do you trust Mike Williams and Cordell Patterson enough to never trade them? I'm just hesitant to think they can keep it up for rest of season. Now, I'm going to jump this up to Buck first. What's your thoughts on Mike Williams and Cordell Patterson and potential trade? I personally think it's like, who are you going to get for him? That's the question for me, but what's your thoughts?
No, I mean, I'm sticking with both of those players. At this point, they've cemented in. If you're talking about guys that get 10-plus looks a game, you don't need to worry about trading them. Really, what you're sitting on is an asset, and it's a player that can win you games. And I think Mike Williams can win you a game. I think Cordell Patterson can win you a game. And that's the way I look at it. I'm happy with both of those guys because you got them at value, right? You need to start thinking about how to tweak the very top end of your roster. And these guys aren't going to get you that top end reciprocal on a trade. So I would think about just stashing them and making sure that you're playing them week in, week out, getting wins, buddy.
Nailed it. Honestly, totally agree with what Buck just said. I mean, sometimes everybody wants to say, this guy's blowing up. How do I get a better something for this person while they're hot? Sometimes you just got to enjoy it. And Patterson, look, man, the fact that Patterson in most formats is a running back and a wide receiver is massive. With all these bye weeks, you can play him as either one of them. That's huge, obviously. That saved Mike Keister 2 weeks in a row here with him being a running back and a wide receiver. So I love Mike Williams. He's finally healthy, so you ride that flame. Here's the deal, Ryan. It's always, if you can move up in value, make the trade. If it's going to be lateral or packages and stuff, I would just ride the wave here for a while.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it depends. I think Cordell Patterson's a tough guy to trade, right? I mean, how many people are proactively trying to get Cordell Patterson? I think
running back, dude. He's a running back.
I just think that people are just, if you have him, you ride with him. I don't think there's going to be big time trade value for him just yet. But at the same time, my personal opinion is if you can move up like significantly and get like a solid like RB1, low end RB1 in this scenario, I would consider it. But back to you, Buck.
So what are you targeting like a Jonathan Taylor there for the pair?
Well, the problem is
I'd love that.
I get that. Would. Right. Exactly. That's my point. But like, I don't know what you can get for this specific duo. Like if that team has Jonathan Taylor and they don't have a flex, let's say they're just terrible at flex and they can plug in Cordell Patterson at running back and Mike Williams at the flex. Would you advise the Jonathan Taylor owner to make that trade if they don't have a flex option right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it wrong. All right. So there you go. If you could level up to get guys in the Jonathan Taylor tier, then yeah, we would make this trade.
All right, Ilias back again. Fournette or Debo in a PPR?
Fournette today.
Oh, Fournette's so good. Akeem Hicks is out. As well for the Bears. They're also down another defensive tackle, and also Khalil Mack is banged up. Lenny Fournette.
It's Fournette
All
for
right.
me.
Let's go with Will Jenkins here. Morning, fam. Good morning, Will. Appreciate you jumping in with us. Full PPR, Bob. Pick 2, your boy Michael Carter. You've been pretty strong with Michael Carter so far. Michael Carter, Rondale Moore against Houston, or J.D. McKissick. We've talked a lot about Antonio Gibson and our hesitancies with him as well, but you seem to be confident with him rolling too. Carter, Moore, McKissick, PPR, pick 2.
Yeah, PPR. I think you're going to go McKissick here and Michael Carter. And Rondale Moore is is the roulette wheel of fantasy right now because he is a distant fourth in routes, and he's not going to leapfrog Kirk. We thought there was a shot, but he's not. Zach Ertz is now there. I think J.D. McKissick has a nice day this game against the Packers. Game flow should help him as well. And Michael Carter, like I just talked to, had combined 88 yards the last time these two teams played. I think Carter coming off the bye is a nice, solid, high floor play. So I think it's Carter, J.D. McKissick.
I am going to agree. Good luck, Will. Moving on, Cameron coming in here. Am I benching Allen Robinson for Corey Davis today? Can't believe I'm asking this. Man, Allen Robinson, again, we've talked about against the Buccaneers, you might have a chance throwing the ball. Corey Davis was completely eliminated in earlier this season against the Patriots. Zach Wilson threw 4 picks in that game. That game was in New Jersey. This one's in New England today. I don't expect the Jets to move the ball much either. I would play Allen Robinson personally.
Same. I'm going Allen Robinson. This is the game that the Bears should be able to throw more. Corey Davis had 2 for 8 against the New England Patriots. That's a floor that I'm not willing to risk. I know Allen Robinson will get me 4 or 5 for 35. So I know it sounds crazy, but I'm gonna go Allen Robinson here.
So you'll take the 8 PPR fantasy points versus the 4 fantasy.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Take the upside with Allen Robinson. All right. Okay, let's get in here. G2 Clean TV. Appreciate you tuning back in. What's up, guys? I need 1 to fill my running back slot and 2 flex slots. James Conner, Khalil Herbert, Michael Pittman, Dallas Goedert, and both Washington running backs, Gibson and McKissick. Full PPR. We need a running back and 2 flex spots. Bucky, give it to me.
This one's tricky here. So the 2 flex spots kind of throws me a bit. I'm going to go James Conner as my running back. I'm going to go with you're in a tough spot. Like this, Khalil Herbert with the matchup is just not very ripe. You know, it's like a rotten fruit. I don't really love that. But I'm going to go Khalil Herbert here on the off chance of a touchdown, and then I'll actually go with J.D. McKissick here in the PPR.
Okay. Bob?
I don't – what do we think about Dallas Scott? Zach Ertz is gone. Like,
Yeah,
this is like all we hope for the whole offseason has now happened. And I don't know because he was out with COVID last week. We haven't seen Goddard in a couple weeks. Like, are we like? I feel like at this point, isn't he got to be like a top 5 tight end pretty much rest of season now that he's monopolizing all that work? I would think so, right? I think I the matchup is good against Green Bay, so I do agree that the 2 running backs are actually not a bad option for the Washington football team. James Conner's locked in. Me and Buck talked about this Wednesday. It was Buck's start of the week. I love that call. So I got to give him credit there and support him emotionally. That's what this podcast is all about. No Ryan today. He needs us. So that's why we're stepping up. So I'm going James Conner too. And I just think Goddard's going to get it done. I think that Goddard is probably someone I want in my lineups this week. They are playing the Raiders, and the Raiders are good against receivers. So that could lead more Goddard as well. So Goddard, James Conner, and full PPR, right? We said? Full PPR. Oh, I hate myself so much right now. I'm going to go Gibson. Screw it. Gibson, Goddard, James Conner.
Yeah, I'll go the other running back in Washington. So I'll go Conner, Goddard, and McKissick. Game script. And again, Gibson may miss some time there. So I'll go with Conner, Goedert, and McKissick.
Good stuff here. We got Harris coming in here. Alex Collins or Tyler Lockett in a non-PPR here. I'm going Alex Collins. I'll turn it to you here, Bob.
Yeah, same. I think it's quick and easy. And the good thing is if Collins doesn't play, you have Lockett.
Yep. All right, we got come here now. Beach, Alex Collins or Elijah Mitchell, 0.5 PPR.
Elijah Mitchell. I think he's going to be the real deal this week.
Yeah, I'm going Mitchell here. Going Mitchell. Do you like Matt Ryan to throw 500 today? No.
Gonna take the under on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna opt for the under on that one, Bob. Dennis, love the kicker analysis. Gained 3 extra points last week, Bob.
Yeah,
Streaming.
baby. Let's go.
Can you do a small outlook for week 8? And by small, he means 4 of 32 kickers that are available. Butker, Gonzalez, McManus, McLaughlin.
Listen, Dennis, I appreciate the shout out. The kicker analysis is going to be the flagship of 2022 for the Candlestick Kids and the Fantasy Focus YouTube channel. I can't wait. However, I do apologize. It's a weekly thing. You're going to have to come back early. Come check out me and Buck on Wednesday if you need an early kicker analysis. I'll have my spreadsheets updated then. But unfortunately, it's week to week. I do not have an week 8 outlook. But like I said, we did break down the kickers earlier today for week 7. Hope you enjoy.
Absolutely. Adam coming in here. Flex, PPR, Renfro or Shepard? Going Renfro.
Yeah, I think Shepard's out anyway, right? So it's going to be Renfro.
Yeah, it's going to be Renfro. Dio, shout out Dio, one of the OGs. Morning, fellas. Needs to sit 1. Gibson, Darrell Williams, Hubbard, Eli Mitchell. Then we'll start there. So sit 1 of Gibson, Darrell Williams, Chuba Hubbard, and Eli Mitchell.
First of all, is this like a political stance about the problems with the dried ocean? Like, the oceans are a problem. We're drying them up. We're killing creatures. Is that what's going on here?
No, he's a hell bringer.
Okay.
Like he dries the oceans himself.
Wow.
He's
okay,
powerful.
so he's
yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, that makes a lot.
He's
more
like
sense
omnipresent. Now. He's omnipresent. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that. That's cool, man. I gotta think. I just have Bobby Lamarco on mine. I gotta get better. I gotta get like a cool super villain nickname for my handle. But anyway, let's see. I actually think in this scenario, when you have these level of options, I'm actually gonna fade Gibson. I'm actually gonna go Darrell Williams, Hubbard, and Elijah Mitchell if I can. I just maybe you can pivot from Gibson in these kind of scenarios.
Yeah, and it was a full PPR here. I'm fading Gibson on this one. All right, Sleek coming in hot.
Wasn't there a
Good morning,
question?
fellas. No, it just said full. Oh, second question. My bad.
Yeah.
Pittman or Eli Mitchell at flex? I'm going to go Eli Mitchell.
Same.
All right, cool. All right, we got Sleek here. Accepted defeat this week, but half-point PPR flex. You know what? I've already accepted defeat in 2 different leagues, Sleek, yet I was scattering through the different pieces of the waiver wire. I was trying to do whatever I could to be a better squad and to get a win this week, because that's what we do. We scratch, we claw, we try to get you over the top. 0.5 PPR flex, Hawkinson, Julio, Shepard, or Freeman? Good question here, Sleek. Bob?
I like Hawkinson a lot this week. I think the game flow is going to dictate that he needs to be a necessity in this one. He bounced back a little bit last week. Shepard would have been my probable play here, but with the hamstring, I'm not touching that. So I'm going to go Hawkinson.
Ooh. I like Hawkinson over Julio, but it's close. I'm going to go Hawkinson here. LA Rams 23 PPR. Who are you playing? Alex Collins, Kenneth Gainwell, Stevenson.
It's Collins for me. He's at least getting the work. So I'm going to take those requisite touches, as you guys always say, and go Collins.
Yeah, I'm going to go Alex Collins here with Kenny Gainwell actually coming in second. I want to see Kenny Gainwell get an even share there with Miles Sanders, because it is coming, Bob. Oh, it is coming. We Boston coming in here. Josh Jacobs, Julio Jones, or Devonta Booker, full PPR.
I'm all in on Josh Jacobs against Philadelphia this week. I actually have my DFS lineup, so I'm Josh Jacobs all day.
Yeah, I'm Josh Jacobs here. For the first time in 7 weeks, people, mark this, pin it on your calendars. Today, Buck and Bob both opted for Josh Jacobs. Thank God Sky is not on.
Hurry up. Get through. Josh Jacobs.
There he's popping in. I see him. The Lord, 807. Okay.
Now I'm nervous. We can't mess up the Lord. We got to do good here. Okay.
DK or Tyler Lockett? I'm going DK here.
Same.
DK.
And our Lord is here. Hello. Good to see you, Sky.
Gentlemen, hello.
Many great tidings to you, sir. Harris YT, Mike G, Gesicki, or Ricky Seals? Jones, non-PPR. I'm going Mike G. Give me Gesicki. Even though I want that seal flop, Sky. Like, I just want that seal on the rock. I want the sun blistering on that big old belly of his. Like, that's what I want. But I think Mike Gesicki is the gameplay here.
I agree. He's been on fire. I'll take the Finns.
I'm actually going to go opposite. Sorry, I'm going to go Ricky Seals-Jones.
Okay. You guys use vacuum. I'm sticking with nutshell. It's just it's tried and true. It's old school. I'm going with nutshell. In a nutshell, whatever nut, I prefer, like, I'm a cashew kind of guy, whatever. In a nutshell, dolphin or seal. Like, just straight up. I'm going dolphin every time. Intelligent,
as
swift,
an animal.
fun.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. Dolphins definitely have more fun.
Thank you.
Something we can think about. But seals, they're vigorous. The way that they maneuver the water and they dodge sharks and orca whales. I think I hold them in a higher esteem than I hold the dolphin.
Ooh, just finesse versus power, I think, right? I'm like, yeah. All right. I'm going to go dolphin.
I just want a slippery seal. I want a big fat gut seal because I want somebody I can relate to.
These are all valid questions, and this kind of stuff you guys don't get on those other Sunday live shows. I'm really thinking, I get both sides. And when I'm listening to you both, it's so tough because, like, I have to pick. Now I got two of my boys bringing up great arguments. But I just think that the dolphin, to me, is just like, you know what? They have these sonar thing going on, too. That stuff, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to lean dolphin, but I love seeing a fat seal, too. So that's cool. It's a win.
Fat seals. Go out to Seal Beach in California, and then you get yourself a little sense. Seal Rock in San Francisco there, Sky.
So Harris, I hope you got your answer. I don't know what happened.
Newport, Oregon as well. Very good seal watching. Mike Gesicki for me, though.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, it's Mike Gesicki for me.
I'm going Ricky Seals-Jones. So that was notable. All right.
Counterintuitive. We got a super chat down there.
Yes, we do. Nicholas Cage. Hello, man.
It's Cole,
honestly.
No, it's Cole.
Oh, Cole. I'm just thinking Nicholas. I saw Nicholas and I thought Cage. I don't know why. Either way, it's a win. Cole or Cage. Yeah. We love them both.
You just watched Raising Arizona last night. I get it.
Nice.
How about The Rock? The jail with Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm more of a Con Air guy over The Rock.
Yeah. Gone in 60 Seconds is the best one easily.
Guys, I got to stop you all there because we got to space our rants. We just did a seal dolphin rant. We got to give it at least 15 before we go on.
Are we talking football?
We're not at this point. Nicholas Cole, everyone. What's up, boys? PPR flex, play Mitchell, Hollywood Brown, or Damien Williams. Sky, going to you first, bud.
This one's serious. All three of these are high quality plays, PPR as well. Damien Williams, I just don't know. First of all, against the Bucs, I'm going to just fade that, him coming back. So Mitchell, Brown, Hollywood's been playing really well. I just don't know what Shanahan's going to do. And I know that Hollywood's tried and true. Should be a shootout with the Bengals. I'm going to go Hollywood here, but I think Mitchell has a nice game.
Going Hollywood Brown.
I'm actually going to go Mitchell. I like Mitchell a lot this week. I think he's going to get it done. Something notable, guys, from Ramondre Stevenson is a healthy scratch this week because just when we think Ramondre Stevenson's going to be a factor, he is not. Damian Harris, get him in your DFS lineup. The guy's going to be awesome this week.
Yeah,
also, Bill, not messing around. Yikes.
No, Bill doesn't play games. We got Mark Crawford in the building. How you doing, my friend? Good morning. 0.5 PPR. Pick one to start. Rondale Moore, Gesicki, Van Jefferson, Brian Edwards. Sky.
I want this to be Brian Edwards, but it's not. And the Raiders don't either. Van Jefferson's a one-play boomer buster. Don't want that. And we talked about Rondale Moore earlier, distant fourth in targets. Again, I got to go Dolphin here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Mike Gesicki as well.
I'm going Rondale Moore. I think the big play is there, Mark. The more I watch the kid, the more I'm impressed with him. It's just a matter of time, in my opinion, for him to become, their number 2/3/4, whatever the hell it is. Just get him involved. But I'm fine with Gesicki here. But Rondale Moore would have been my choice. So this one's pretty easy for Mini Jordan. We can eliminate Ramondre as Bill crossed him off the list real early today.
See ya,
Pick an
Ramondre.
RB and a flex. So we need 2 out of Collins, Edmonds, and Ruggs. We'll go to you first, Bob.
Yeah, man. I think I'm going to go Edmonds and Ruggs.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
Jeez.
Yeah, Edmonds and Ruggs too.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna go running backs here. I'm gonna go Collins and Edmonds, but I understand the Ruggs. I'm a Ruggs owner in my dynasty league, and the weeks that I start him, he does nothing. The weeks that I bench him, he goes off. So it's more of a I got wet, cold feet, not wet feet, but cold feet over the boy. All right, we got Corey coming in. How you doing, Corey? Corey Davis, A-Rob, or Julio? Wow. Your draft, it looked a lot different than the reality now, Corey. And that's the sad part. And I know because I'm sitting in the same shoes. Sky, Corey Davis, A-Rob, or Julio?
If Julio Jones comes into the game 100% healthy, which he's not, I would start Julio against the Chiefs. The problem with Julio is we know too well you might get 7 snaps out of Julio and then he's toast. That's a problem. Allen Robinson at least is or should play the entire game. Corey Davis going against the Pats, I don't like that. For safety, I'm going to go Allen Robinson, upside Julio Jones.
God, it would be Julio. I think it should be Julio. It really should. Yeah, I just, I'm gonna roll the dice. I don't care. I'm sorry, Corey. I love you. I hope it works out. I'm gonna go Julio Jones here. I think the matchup's too good against the Kansas City Chiefs. They're gonna have to throw. I'm gonna take the upside.
I'm gonna go Allen Robinson. It just has to happen. Julio injury really concerns me quite a bit, and the fact is, he's not the guy that Ryan Tannehill is looking for right off the jump. He's just not. All right, we got Connor coming in. Darren Waller out. Should he start Foster Moreau? Here we go. The island of Dr. Moreau.
Let's go.
Or Cole Kmet. So Foster Moreau or Cole Kmet. We'll register this one in questions I never thought we'd be asked, but here we are. Bob?
I'm going to go Foster.
Yeah. Darren Waller's a beast, but it's the position for the Raiders that Derek Carr loves and the offensive play calling does as well. So even though Kenyon Drake will have his 5 touchdowns today, I think Foster Moreau will get work as well. Cole Kmet could be sleepy, but against the Bucs, you never know. So let's go with Foster Moreau.
Well, if he's sleepy, then we're in trouble. We need him to be awake out there. We need him to do his thing. You can't be dealing with that.
It's late October and he's a Bear. Let's just do the math. We're trying to help these people out.
I mean, are we throwing it into the mix now? Bears, Dolphins, Seals. This is an animal show. We're gonna have to change branding soon.
Think about it. Are Bears not sleepy right now? They just are.
I'm sleepy, but I'm up. I'm doing my Sunday live show. So if you're a Bear and you got to play today, get up. And
you didn't eat 16 salmon over the week. You know what I'm saying though? Like that'll slow you down.
Did have Chinese food that sat a little heavy this morning. I'll admit that.
7 a.m. Chinese food.
Yeah.
Last night, I bet I had it. And it's just okay.
Okay, Bob. Whatever you say, Bob. 6 a.m. Chinese leftovers.
Whatever, man.
We get
Post 8 p.m. Chinese food doesn't always agree with you in the morning. I get it.
Well, staying on point here, I'm going to go Bananas Foster Moreau.
I love it.
God, we need Levy back bad. We need man, the coach leaves the room and the kids just running the asylum here. This is tough.
Yeah. It's fun though, right?
Oh, now we got adult questions. All right, let's focus, boys.
Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers here. I'm going Aaron Rodgers
all day.
My only concern, man, we got weather maybe in both of these. Oh man,
it's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they're literally back to back in my rankings. I have Rodgers at 4, Rodgers at 4, Brady at 5. I'll take Rodgers.
I faded Brady earlier in the week, so I got to stick with that script. All right, we got G. Kramer.
Oh, yikes.
Myles Gaskin or Khalil Herbert. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I don't like
Good
this
Lord.
one at all.
Can I pay my sacrament now? Like, can I just bow to the priest?
Okay. Gaskin just isn't effective. He's not getting enough work. He's not efficient. He's maybe will score, but I mean, I wouldn't count on it. And Khalil Herbert, I think, is better than Damien Williams, but Damien Williams is coming back off the COVID IR. So he's going to be back in the mix, and they're playing the Bucs. This is really tough here. I guess you go Gaskin just because he's the number one, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm going Gaskin. I think the Falcons have actually been pretty bad against running backs, so I think we're going to go Gaskin.
I'm going to go Gaskin just as like the last branch of the tree. You know, all the other branches have been ripped away or fallen off because it's now a decrepit tree. I want that last branch to be Myles Gaskin getting in the goddamn end zone one time. Just one time, Sky. That's all I want. I have him starting in 3 leagues because I'm strapped with the bye weeks. I need Myles Gaskin to score a touchdown. For the love of God, I'm going Myles Gaskin.
Now that's how you manifest, ladies and gentlemen.
Breathe, Buck. All right, we got Big Bad Brew 24. Who should he start, Pittman or Christian Kirk in a standard non-PPR? Sky?
Kirk.
Sorry. Give me a second. I want to pull up my thing.
I'm going Kirk here for the record.
Yeah, I know we're fading Pittman this week. I do agree. Arizona's got Houston, right? That's not a good matchup for slot receivers. They're both fades for me this week. I'm going to actually go Pittman.
God, is there a chance that DeAndre Hopkins has like 180 yards and 4 touchdowns just because they're playing the Texans?
No.
I can see it.
Talk about
revenge games.
Dame Roche, some great shoes, the Roches, by the way. PPR.
Roche,
Flex Robinson.
Roche or rollerblades too, right? You get those Roches.
Are you a blader, Sky?
I used to be. I'm a little past my prime these days, to be perfectly honest, but I used to go hard in the blades.
Like the neon colored outfit, just blading around, just like a big beard.
I'll put it this way. I'm a lifelong athlete, all sports. I'm down. I mean, gymnastics, swimming, table tennis, golf. You tell me I'm in. No ice in California. I'm a roller hockey champion. Definitely down with the blades. We can move on.
Sky, I would love to play some roller hockey with you, man. I was a stud. I was a stud. Now you got me on ice. It was a bad deal. Never fun with me on ice. Never put it together. But you get me on that rink. You get me on the roller rink. And let me tell you, I was a scoring champion for many years.
Biggest question, Buck, and then maybe we should move on. Biggest question is: do you use the ball, like the hard plastic ball for roller hockey, or the puck, so you can knuckle puck it? You know what I mean? Like
we were a big ball. Florida's a ball state.
Yeah, we're pucks. We stick with the pucks.
So with the little balls, the pellets in them. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I respect you for, you stepped your game up a little bit. I was a ball man. I've always been a ball man.
We're shooting into trash cans, baby. That's how you do it.
Yeah. I was a great right winger, let me tell you. All right, Allen Robinson or Christian Kirk. He's got Carson on IR. Everyone else is on his bye. Allen Robinson or Christian Kirk. I'm going Robinson here just because something has got to give. 1, something's got to give. 2, something's got to give. Let the bodies hit the floor, Allen Robinson.
Yeah, sad story with drowning pool. We don't need to get into it, but unfortunate overdose there. Allen Robinson in PPR for me as well.
Allen Robinson.
All right, we got Myles Gaskin or Khalil Herbert. I think we just answered that.
We did. It's in here 3 times. Yeah, I think Kramer got stuck on the
it's all
there.
Good. Connor Rhodes.
Yeah.
Have fun at the Bucs game. I'm not going into the game. I've sworn off the Bucs stadium unless it's the Bills game and I'm wearing Bills gear. It's bad juju for the Bills. So I'm making sure that I'm keeping that going. I'm going to have a couple of cold boys with the fellas and eat some Italian beef.
How loud are the actual cannons at the Bucs stadium?
Very loud. Very loud. Yeah.
I mean, it's a ship. It's a pirate ship. What are you gonna do?
Thankfully, I go up a back road and access the tailgate spot and back road back home. No big deal.
Nice.
It's all good. All right. Dallas Goedert, or Higbee in a full PPR, Sky.
I'm going Frogo here. Like yogurt, Goddard. Never mind. Dallas Goedert easily.
Dallas got it all day.
It's got it for me. All right, let's pick up the pace here. We Boston, Josh Jacobs, Julio Jones, or Devontae Booker, full PPR.
Booker.
Jacobs.
I'm gonna go Jacobs here just to spite Sky. I had my spite list with Bob last week. Now it's Sky.
Yeah,
I'm going
Kenyon
Josh
Drake.
Jacobs.
Go ahead.
Bars in the Tuck is back in the mix. Happy football, absolutely. He's got Darrell Williams, Chuba Hubbard, Damian Harris. Talk me out of sitting Darrell to start RSJ, Ricky Seals-Jones, the one, the only, and Ertz in my flex, or pick one TE. So let's boil this down, folks. Let's chop this up. Tight end position: Ricky Seals-Jones or Zach Ertz. I'm going to go with Ricky Seals-Jones.
Same.
Okay. And now, in terms of Ricky Seals-Jones in favor of Darrell Williams, Chuba Hubbard, or Damian Harris, I say no.
No, you got to go running back, and it's Damien Harris. With Ramondre Stevenson out, it's going to be Harris all day. The Jets are bad against the run. Harris should have at least a hundo, maybe a couple tutties.
Well, he's saying Darrell to start Ricky Seals-Jones and then possibly Ertz. I'm saying stick with your running backs, start Ricky Seals-Jones, and let it ride. Bars in the tuck.
Yep.
Running backs all day.
Darrell Williams or Miles Sanders, RB1 and RB2. I mean,
is this a statement?
It is a statement. Do you think Miles Sanders will have a breakout game this week? He needs something. My answer is simply, I can't do it anymore.
Yes.
I'm done.
I'm
done.
I'm done. I'll take Bucks. I'll take Skies. I'll take it all. I'm going Miles Sanders all day this week. He's my start of the week.
I just don't see it.
Got my Kenny Gainwell jersey in the mail.
Yeah,
that's fine. You can get his 0 carries from last week and enjoy that jersey.
I'll take it.
All right, Khalil Herbert or Damien Williams from Triple X Onify.
Is this a Max Williams burner account tuning in here?
Max Triple X, I miss him.
I like that.
He's
out now, so he's got more time to tune in.
All the tight ends I love. James O'Shaughnessy's gone. Max Williams. It's crap. But yeah, Herbert or Damien Williams. I know people are not gonna like this take, but Damien Williams is gonna be the preferred passing game back, and that's how you beat the Bucks. And I think the Bucks are probably one of the worst defenses against pass catching running backs. Ironically enough, because they're so good against running backs on the ground. And I think that's Damien Williams. So I think I'm going to lean Damien Williams.
I agree. I just think Khalil Herbert's a better back, but in role, I agree with Bob.
Yeah, I'm going to go Herbert there.
We got
Joey Dell.
So got a super. Sorry, buddy. Sorry to cut you off. My fault.
What up, Edits?
Edits 1Z. What's up, buddy? With Shepard out. By the way, I got a bunch of injury updates for us too after this one. But with Shepard out, Ingram, Uzama, or OJ Howard, full PPR. Buck, you go first.
Yeah, I'm going to go Uzama here.
Give me the juice, man. I'll take a little vitamin C early. It's OJ for me.
Yeah. Giants are against the Panthers. I know this isn't going to be a pop. I think we're all going to be divided. I'm going to actually go Ingram with no Shepard. Just quick updates. We talked about Ramondre Stevenson being out this game. Donta Hightower, too, as well, is out. Their stud middle linebacker. That's big news for Michael Carter. We've been talking him up a little bit this week. Packers, Kevin King. We know Jair Alexander's out. Kevin King is out. I mean, Terry McLaurin, get him in your DFS lineups. De'Ami Brown, I think, is someone, if you need a deep dart throw, De'Ami Brown is someone with both top cornerbacks out. I like him. Preston Smith, we talked about this with Antonio Gibson, one of their best defensive edge rushers, is out. On the other side, William Jackson, the top cornerback for the Washington football team, is out. Devontae Adams, I mean, geez, I know he's like $9,000 in DFS, but man, Aaron Rodgers, Adams stack. But I also like Alan Lazard, another deep name if you need a dart throw this week as well for that matchup. Sterling Shepard officially out. Kadarius Toney, Kenny Golladay out. What are your thoughts, guys? Quickly, Darius Slayton, he's in. Do you think he has a shot against the Carolina Panthers? They are an out-wide team. He had history with, in 2018, very good games with Daniel Jones. I know it's a long time ago, or 2019, my apologies. But anyway, what's your thoughts about Slayton? Really quick. Any thoughts about him as a dart throw?
Sure, but I'd rather go elsewhere.
Yeah, I would rather go elsewhere, but you got to factor in Slayton has had big games. And
Yeah.
if there's nowhere else to look, I think he's worthy of a flex start. And just thinking to myself, this Giants team, I mean, it's a rigmarole out there, Bob. It's
Yes.
a rigmarole.
It's
You don't
Slayton,
know what the hell's going on.
John Ross, Slayton, and Dante Pettis are going to be the starting 3 receivers today for the Giants. So interesting there. For the Jets, Tevin Coleman inactive today. Healthy scratch. It's good news for that Carter. Ty Johnson's going to be taking all that work. CJ Mosley, stud middle linebacker. We've talked about this a bunch. Damian Harris all day, folks, with no Ramondre Stevenson. Titans are down multiple players in their secondary. They're down Chris Jackson and Christian Fulton now as well. That's a problem. And then, of course, officially, Devontae Parker is out. We do have another super down here. Real quick, before we jump into Joe's question, we're going to do Tim Westby. Timmy. Flyer. Always good to see you, buddy. Morning, guys. Top 3 running backs all on IR. Same week. Please pick 2-point PPR. Always a fun one. He's got Herbert, Collins, Jamal Williams, Le'Veon Bell, Rashad Penny, or Hasty. Thanks, guys. So we have to pick the top 3 amongst this group. Let's go. I know Hasty's in there, so let's get a guy's opinion here first.
Wow, Hasty. Pick 2. All right. Collins, Jamal Williams, Le'Veon Bell, Rashad Penny, Hasty. Yikes. Tim's in a tough spot here, boys. Collins. I don't like any of these matchups either. This is really tough. Collins and Jamal Williams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Collins, Jamal Williams as well. Buck Army, strong as ever.
Yeah, I think I don't know what's going on with Jamal Williams personally. He's evaporated. Like 4 carries last week on the road. Looks like Swift's the perfect passing. I'm gonna go. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Collins and Jamal's fine, I guess. I would change my answer. Herbert, Collins. Let's do that.
Oh,
back to you,
no. Oh,
the amount of stress the show causes Bob is tough.
Yeah,
I like
he sees it.
It's tough. No, I'm sorry, because it's like when you look at your data and it's all bad matchups, I feel like I'm going to make the wrong answer no matter what. If it's all good matchups, I feel like I'm going to make all the wrong answers. So I'm like, I like all these guys. I like the ones where it's a bad matchup, good matchup metrics, but never works out that way. But yeah, it stresses me out.
I feel like Bob sees his specialist around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Sunday.
Yeah, right after the show.
Yeah,
live as well, which is crazy. So a live show about the doctor's office. It's just me and him talking through things. It's a great show. It's a spinoff.
Joey Dell, Corey Davis versus New England, or Mecole Hardman versus Tennessee. Need one for flex. Sky?
Hardman for me. I think he has a nice game. Again, 16 targets over 2 games. Corey Davis eliminated in the first matchup. I got to ride that. Even if he accidentally catches a touchdown, the volume and efficiency versus the Tennessee secondary with Patty Mahomes, I think will be there for Mecole Hardman unless my boy Josh Gordon goes off, which I can't count on. So I'm going to go Hardman there. Back in a flash.
Mecole Hardman for me.
Mecole Hardman. Sony Michel or Freeman, non-PPR. I'm going to go with Freeman.
Same.
Is Devontae Parker out?
Yes.
All right, so it's Herbert there, David Ho.
Good show.
Paulie D, Tannehill or Burrow for this week and moving forward. I'm hammering Tannehill this week. I stashed him in multiple leagues because of this week, and I think it'll be a good week for him.
And moving forward too?
No, hell no.
So it's Tannehill this week, Burrow moving forward.
Yes.
Same. Agreed.
T. Higgins or Miles Sanders from Kings?
This is Miles Sanders for me.
I'm gonna go Miles Sanders, and I just got to do it. Something has to give, like I was talking about before. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. You're reading the chat from 916. We got a lot of questions here, pal. Mowgli, morning, guys. Tough QB question. Burrow against Ravens or Carr against the Eagles?
We don't know if Waller's out, right? So it's tough. I'm actually going to go Burrow against the Ravens.
I'm going to go Burrow against the Ravens as well. I think they just have more of a proclivity to throw that ball all around the yard. Jamar Chase or TJ Hawkinson at flex PPR.
TJ Hawkinson this week.
See, I can't bench Jamar Chase. So I hate even having this debate because I understand where you're coming from. It's just Jamar Chase for me. Chase Edmonds or Mike Davis. We've had this before. We all landed on Edmonds.
Correct.
We already got that one. Let's go Panthers. Okay, baby. All right. I see ya. Would you go J.D. McKissick or Elijah Mitchell?
We have format here.
No format.
In any PPR format, I'll lean McKissick, and then in standard, I'd go to Elijah Mitchell.
I agree on both counts. Shades coming in hot. Standard scoring. 1 running back, 1 flex. Damien Harris, Mike Davis, Elijah Mitchell, Alex Collins, or Higgins. Some decent options here in a thin week.
Yeah, I'm going to go Damien Harris and Elijah Mitchell.
I'm going to go Damien Harris and Mike Davis. Oh, we already got that.
Mm-hmm.
We already got that. PPR, Waller, I assume that he's out, guys. So Seals, Jones, or Henry here?
Yeah, I forgot about Henry's looked really good lately. I'm going to go Seals Jones anyway.
I'm going Ricky Seals Jones. Flop that fat gut right on the rock. And then second question here, Sterling Shepard, Allen Robinson, or Michael Pittman in a PPR?
Yeah, Shepard's out, so it's going to be A-Rob for me.
A-Rob for me as well, and I feel terrible about it. I'm sorry, Jordan. Ryan Jones, pick 1, full point PPR, Mike Davis, Devontae Booker, or Damian Harris?
Damien Harris all day today.
Damian Harris for me as well. Howdy.
Howdy.
Spicy McNutt.
I love
what a
it.
name. That's
Good
a fantastic Twitch name. MVP for the year. Spicy McNutt. That's good. All right, Mike August here. PPR League, need 2. Pittman, Mooney, Julio, Waddle, or Renfro. Need 2 of these options here, Bob.
Yeah, it's going to be Waddle and Mooney. With Parker out, Julio would probably be in here, but I just don't trust that hamstring just yet. So I'm going to go Waddle, Mooney.
I'm going to go Waddle, and I'm going to go Renfro. I just think in a PPR, Renfro could have a big game. All right, we got Hardman or Bob Anderson.
Yikes. I hate trusting Mecole Hardman. I feel like this guy just never I know the matchup's good, but I'm actually gonna go Robbie Anderson with no Terrace Marshall.
I'm gonna go Mecole Hardman here, and Bob Anderson, may you rest in peace. Spicy McNutt back in the mix. We can't get enough of the Spicy McNutt. McKissick or Carter, RB2, full PPR. I know where you're going, Bob.
Do you? I don't know, actually. This is really
you
good.
Go Michael Carter, Bob.
Oh, okay. Awkward. Yeah, I just think that McKissick in a full PPR, I actually trust that the Washington football team is going to get him the ball. I actually am going to go McKissick slightly ahead of Michael Carter in this one.
All right, I'm gonna go with McKissick as well. So that's good. Solidarity.
Look at us.
All right, Self. PPR. Williams from KC or Pittman in the flex. I'm going with Darrell Williams.
Same.
Williams.
Brandon Cooks or Mark Andrews in a half PPR. Juicy question here. Real juicy. Sink your teeth into that steak. Sky?
I'm going to go Cooks, and I love Mark Andrews, but Bateman coming on, run game strong here. Cooks has dominated is a little strong. Cooks has been very valuable for fantasy outside of that Patriots game with Bill. So the Texans are going to have to throw all game long. So I like Cooks.
Cooks
for me as well. The Emperor, Christian Kirk or Rondale Moore? I'm going to go Kirk here.
He's just getting more routes. He's just used more. I guess it's Kirk. Yeah.
Same.
Chris Godwin or Scary Terry
man.
McLaurin?
Bob, this is all you.
I don't like it. No.
I love it. You got to love that. Either one of them.
I think it's a win. Either way. I'm going to go Scary Terry with no starting cornerbacks for the Packers available.
Scary Terry limited in practice. Didn't practice Wednesday. Limited Thursday. Practiced yesterday. You love that. No AB or Gronk in Tampa Bay, though.
They're both in my DFS lineup today. So it's a win for me. I'm
going Godwin.
That means I'm the decider, huh?
Yep. You are the gavel, sir.
I got to go. I'm going to go Terry, too. There's just nobody else there to take his targets.
All right, Sean Martin here. Alex Collins or Mike Davis as flex in a PPR?
Alex Collins better go off, dude. This is getting outrageous. He's been like 90% of our questions today. Collins.
Mike
Davis. 77.3, by the way.
Oh, my bad.
Jeez, this guy. Let's not over-exaggerate, please. I mean, come on. Mike Davis.
Yeah, it's Mike Davis for me in a PPR. No concerns over the injury. That's the way I'm looking at it. Let's hope that you get some valuable touches.
I'm just Team Cordell. That's all.
I am too. I love that guy.
Russell Gage?
Let's look at one thing, though. Look at Mike Davis' stats. He gets like between 10 and 12 points every week. I mean, I'm fine with that. If we're talking about a banged-up Alex Collins in a bad matchup versus a Mike Davis guy who's going to get you that 10 to 12, because he's used a lot in the past game too. So that's why I think Mike Davis is a very safe play always. And Miami sucks anyway against running backs.
They're terrible against running backs. They are, though.
S-bomb.
I mean, that's an S-bomb, but it's a valid S-bomb.
Yeah, J-Mom's not on yet, so I don't have to worry about anything.
Christian Kirk or Hunter Renfrow, Bob, will go to you. PPR.
Going with Hunter Renfrow, especially if the Waller injury is an actual thing, I'm going to go with Renfrow.
Hunter Renfrow, but back to Mike Davis very quickly because I took the time to bring it up here. Bob said between 10 and 12 points. Listen to this. In PPR, full PPR, 10, 13, 11, 11, 12. That's literally 10 to 12 PPR.
It's like he did his research.
Nuts.
Back-to-back weeks with the touchdown coming off a bye might be okay, but I'm still a Cordero guy.
Yeah, I'm going Hunter Renfrow here for the floor.
Same.
Bob?
Oh, I said Renfrow already. Sorry, folks.
Okay, perfect. Renfrow. Sean Martin again, coming in hot and heavy. Alex Collins or Elijah Mitchell as the flex in a PPR.
Mitchie.
Elijah Mitchell.
Elijah Mitchell for me as well. Good morning, PPR. Choose a tight end to stream. Brait, O.J. Howard, Hurst, Kmet, Everett, or Dwelly.
Wow.
Sky.
Yeah. I mean, you think it would be Dwelly filling in for Kittle, but it just hasn't been. I'd love for my boy Ross D to get it done, but I'm going to go O.J. Howard out of this group. And this is a sloppy group, but I think O.J. Howard has the most upside. Brady's already been targeting him, and Arians has come out multiple times over the last couple of weeks. Basically, like Howard was on his trajectory to be that guy last year and got hurt, and then Gronk showed up. So O.J. Howard for me.
Okay, this is completely. Well, the one thing I will say is Trey Lance started the one game. Dwelly was the starter, and that really brought down the pass volume. Now it's Jimmy G again. In my rest of season metric, I do early season, current week, and then rest of season for my metric that I did. The biggest variance, meaning the most improved matchup this week versus early season schedule, is the San Francisco 49ers. And Dwelly was like hey, I know he's playing Sunday night, so you can't get him in DFS, but I've been feeling him for a little bit. But like O.J. Howard, you could make a similar argument because of the injury to AB. So, but he was a part-time player. He ran less routes than Brait. So that concerns me just a little bit that it could be a little fluky if he's a part-time player. But I'm going to go O.J. Howard.
I'm going with the juice. Let him loose.
Gulp, 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 baby.
Ryan Coville, 10-team, 1 QB league, holding Wilson on the bench during injury and starting Joe Burrow. Should he drop either Burrow or Wilson this week to start Darnold instead? No, I'm starting Burrow, and I'm just sticking with it. You can't sacrifice an extra bench spot for a third quarterback. You just can't do it.
Not in a single QB league, although I am currently holding 3 quarterbacks in a 10-team single quarterback league. But that's it's Stafford, Fields, and Jalen Hurts. So I like all those guys. Anyway, Ryan, you were so close. 10-team, 1 QB league. Let us know the format, my man. It's all good, though. We're talking quarterbacks. No, I'm going to keep Burrow here. I don't like the matchup either, but they've been on fire.
Yeah, you just got to ride with what you got right there. Smoke them if you got them type of situation out there.
Precisely.
Exactly. It's all about precision on this show. Tim Westby, massive running back trouble with CEH, CMC both hurt. And now he's got Hunt on IR. 2-point PPR, pick 2. Herbert, Collins, Rashad Penny, Jermichael Hasty, or Le'Veon Bell. Good God, this is ugly. This looks like my ex.
I feel like we may have done this question already or something very close. It's okay. I'll make it quick here. You're picking 2. So I'm going to go with the tried and trues here. I don't like the Herbert matchup, but I'm going to go with Herbert. I'm going to go with Collins because I don't think the other 3 do much.
Correct.
Yeah, I have to stick with those 2 because RT requisite touches. Chris Godwin or Cooper Kupp half PPR? Juicy question here, boys. Juicy.
Who are your other wide receivers that this is a problem?
Yeah,
Bob is on the he's about to face reality here.
Where
are you going, Bob?
I would love to see his other team because I can't imagine these 2 guys are your third option. Unless you have Devonta Adams and Tyreek Hill on your team. So I lean Chris Godwin.
No way. I got to go Kupp.
I'm going Kupp.
Yeah.
I can't fade Kupp. The fact is they engineer so many plays for him, and you see it. You watch any Rams game, it's like it's the Cooper Kupp show. And I don't expect that to stop regardless of who they're going against. And this week, especially short routes, he's going to eat, and he's great at PPR. All right. Ruggs the third or Alex Collins in the flex in a PPR, Bob?
I'm going to go Ruggs, especially if Waller's out. I think there's going to be more. They're going to lean a little bit more on those receivers. I think Ruggs has a solid matchup in the slot this week, so I'm going to go Ruggs.
To clarify, we did have a comment a while ago from one of the viewers here that said, with Waller out, blah, blah, blah. He's not out yet, right? And they play at 1 o'clock. I just want to make sure that's clear.
They play at 4, and no, he's not.
Well, 4 Eastern, sorry, 1 o'clock Pacific, but he's not yet out, correct?
He's not been ruled out.
Okay, I just want to make sure that's clear. Ruggs either way here, but definitely if Waller is out.
I'm going Ruggs. Roll the dice.
Got another super here. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, go for it, pal.
Nice try. Back at it again. What's up, buddy?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Tell my
Guess
dude,
who's back?
Tony and James and Brittany to learn how to play DFS. Tony, James, and Brittany, learn how to play DFS. There you go. I told them. That's how you do it, and we get it done. If they're watching right now, it's literally the most fantastic thing in the world. Watch us. We'll talk about all the best plays. You get your DFS lineup set every week. Best part, too, is if your team's 1-5, 0-6, and you're sick and tired of your crappy team, DFS, you get to pick your players every week. Fresh, new, exciting. You get to play matchups. Player gets hurt. Doesn't matter. You get to pick new, fresh players every week. That's why DFS is definitely one of the better games. It's a way to give you reprieve from your season-long, dragged-out system of play. So I like DFS.
100%.
One big strategy for me in DFS is you want your quarterback stacked with somebody, right? For example, Matt Stafford and say Cooper Kupp or Robert Woods, or all 3 of them if you'd like. This week would be great for Aaron Rodgers and Devonta Adams. You want to double up on those points if you find the positive matchups. Also, you have a limited budget. If you're actually wanting to know Tony, James, and Brittany, you have 60,000, 50,000, depending on the format, and you start chopping that up. You're going to eventually have 1 or 2 scrubs every week, which is fine. Everybody's going to have a scrub. You want upside, upside, upside with those guys. If you get a 0, you get a 0. But for example, in a DFS lineup, I'm playing Tyler Johnson who most people don't even know for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But with Antonio Brown out this week, Tyler Johnson is that number 3 big play receiver. He's like 6'5". I like the upside there with Brady. So you're going to have to play a couple scrubs. You can't have all studs, but it is fun because you get to rotate that roster every single week. DFS is a lot of fun. We don't talk enough about DFS on this show. So nice try. Tony, Brittany, and James, I appreciate you all tuning in. And maybe next week we can help you all set a DFS lineup.
All right, we got Michael Pittman or Tyler Lockett in a non-PPR. I'm going Lockett.
Sure. Pittman as well.
Micah Pittman, by the way, dominating for the Ducks. Huge game last night.
Ducks look good.
Not as good as they should as a top 10 team, but, had a dud against Stanford per usual. Beat the Buckeyes.
How's the crowd in Outson Stadium there,
so
bud?
Fucking fire, dude. Absolutely lit. Yeah, so we're one of the smaller stadiums for the big Power 5 conferences. We're only like 66,000 or something, which compared to Big 10 is like 110K or whatever. But man, we pack a punch because it's tall, right? So it's like a cone of sound. It's really serious decibels. I love Autzen Stadium.
All right, we got McKissick or Mitchell in a full point PPR.
Mitchell for me.
I think we went McKissick full PPR last time in the similar. So
I'm going McKissick here. I'm going McKissick. All right, we got Reed coming in. Ruggs the third or Alex Collins in a flex PPR. Going Collins here.
Didn't we just do something similar like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of similar questions, which is to be expected.
Ruggs.
By the way, Collins is officially now in the 90th percentile of our questions. Just want to throw that out there.
He is.
It's been every other question, which would be 50%, but you know what I mean.
So what's your verdict here, boss?
It's 90. He's in the 90s. It's been 9 out of 10 questions approximately.
Yeah, but who are you picking here?
Ruggs. No, it's definitely 90. That's my verdict.
I said Ruggs. Ruggs and Mecole
Hardman or Corey Davis. I'm going Hardman here.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Brady or Matt Ryan. Marty Ice making the first appearance. I'm going Marty.
I got to go TB.
Matt Ryan.
Yep. Marty Ice this week, Sky. You heard it here first.
I like the bold call. I hope it's right because the Falcons need to get right here in a hurry. But Tom Brady is he's Tom Brady.
He is Tom Brady, but yeah. Marty Ice is Marty Ice. I don't know if that holds any merit out there in the stratosphere at all. Booker or Sony Michel non-PPR. I'm going Booker.
Samesies.
Same.
Kenyon Drake or Sony Michel in a non-PPR. It's Kenyon Drake. What is this movement?
Well, it was the Kenyon Drake dance, but then I realized that catching passes doesn't matter, so it's Sony Michel.
Hey, it doesn't matter. This is tough. Like if you're in this situation, I guess I'll go Drake because I know he's going to get touches no matter what. Sony Michel, you need a blowout or an injury to Darrell Henderson.
Yeah, I would take the number 1 Raider running back, though. I guess that's a good call.
Wow.
Jalen Waddle or Miles Sanders for Dasu? 0.5 PPR. 0.5 PPR.
I'm waddling. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm waddling.
I'm going Waddle. I can't go Miles Sanders. That would go against everything in my breath.
Who's Miles Sanders?
Yeah, who is he? OJ Howard or the Seal Man? Non-PPR.
Ricky Seals.
I'm gonna stick with Howard. No Gronk, no AB. They're gonna be in the red zone often versus the Bears today. I think OJ gets at least 1.
I'm gonna go Ricky Seals Jones. I like in a non-PPR, this factors in for me. I think OJ Howard will be involved in the short to intermediate passing game, but I think that Ricky Seals Jones extends the field in a way that other tight ends don't. And in this case, OJ Howard does not. Now, OJ could. He's just never been asked to do it. Corey Davis, T. Higgins, or AJ Green from CEO of the Yeti Corporation. Shout out Yeti Coolers.
Not a sponsor yet, but wouldn't we love a Yeti cooler?
Oh, yeah.
T. Higgy.
Yeah, this is tough. Yeah, I guess I'll go Higgins.
I'm going Higgins as well. Edmonds, Connor, or Corey Davis? A little bit of infighting there between Edmonds and Connor. What are the thoughts here, boys?
Does have the PPR, which I appreciate. So I will go with I'm going to go Edmonds here and really just hope for the best.
I'm going to go Connor. Buck brought up on our Wednesday show. I love this game for the Arizona Cardinals. I know they're banged up in the defense a little bit, but I think they're going to handle business. I think Connor has a big day.
You know what? I'll change my thoughts. You're right. Big game script there. Connor second half. I like Connor too there, actually.
I'm going Connor out of that grouping.
Got another super nice tries. My boys are mad because I'm 5-1. That a boy. I mean, listen, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Good stuff, being apart. Yeah. Tony played Felton. They subscribe. Okay.
Thanks, Tony.
All right. Let's see. Let's jump back up here. We lost Buck. Did he give you a spot on where we were?
Yeah, 11:40.
11:40. Okay. It's 8:40 our time.
I've got it right here.
I've got you. Lead us.
I've got you. Let's get into it. All right, Corbin Boyd. With no Sterling, would you start Slayton or AJ Green full PPR?
Yeah, I like Slayton this week. Better matchup against Panthers on the outside than AJ Green.
Okay, let's move on here. Jeff D76 PPR need one. McKissick, Collins, A-Rob, Boyd.
I'm gonna go McKissick.
Wide receiver makes sense here. Let's go Boyd. Nice. Boyd. All right, Sean Martin, Kirk, Edmonds, PPR.
Edmonds.
Same. Beach. Do we like him this week?
I don't even know who that is.
Let's see here. That is looks like a bear. Probably not because they're going up against the Buccaneers. All right. Nicholas Cole back. No Bills or Gaskin for you this week. Going to be a rough one. Oh, they're talking to each other in the chat room. Sorry, people. All right, here we go. Corbin Boyd. Am I starting James Conner over Edmonds and JD over Gibson in PPR? Full thoughts.
Starting Gibson still. I'm not going to fade him. But I like James Conner a lot.
Connor over Edmonds and JD McKissick. Okay, he's doing both. So you would go Connor over Edmonds and JD over Gibson.
No, I'm going Gibson and Connor. Okay. Here we go here. Frosty. Do I trade Tyreek and Damian Harris for Lockett and Mixon? Absolutely not. Nope.
Nicholas Cole. You guys are very animated today. We are. Bob and I get up early here on the Sunday, 7 a.m. You got to knock the cobwebs out. Bucky's always bringing the heat. We're good to go. I appreciate you acknowledging it. Tom Brady versus Chicago, Matt Ryan, Miami.
We already kind of went this. I went Matt Ryan. You went Tom Brady. So good luck.
Boom. Joey Dell, Mecole Hardman, Corey Davis.
Mecole Hardman.
I'm going to go Hardman as well. All right, here. Moving in here. McKissick or Gibson. We've done this a lot. I think we're divided here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Gibson still.
I'm going McKissick.
Okay. Adam, Tannehill, Matt Ryan.
Tannehill for me there, Bob.
Tannehill as well. McKissick or Crowder, full PPR. C. Chav.
McKissick.
Yeah, slightly McKissick. I like Crowder a lot. Jonathan Jones, the slot corner's out for the Patriots. Braxton Berrios had 7 for 70 against this team in the slot in week 2. So I like Crowder too, but I'm going to go McKissick.
I like it. Gerard, we've gone over this multiple times here. Need one, Herbert or Damien Williams. If you have to play one of the two, I'm personally going to play Herbert.
I'm going to pay D-Will in PPR, Herbert in standard.
Same as Bob.
All right. Tim Westby back again here. I think we've done a bunch of your questions, so let's make sure we don't double up too much. 2-point PPR, pick one, boys. Kirk, Bateman, De'Ami Brown, like that. Sleeper, Traquan Smith, hashtag Buck at me. All right, let's go with PPR, pick one here. Bateman, De'Ami Brown. I like De'Ami Brown, man. Bobby got me a little fired up without Kevin King, so I'm going to go but Bateman's going to get the work. Shoot. And it's, double PPR. I'm going to go Bateman, but I like De'Ami Brown as a sleeper.
Scott, I thought you were cutting your hair this week. Is that next week?
Yeah, my daughter's going to get on it. She's been very busy with dance. It'll happen. Promise.
I just noticed your locks are just flowing.
Oh, bro,
so it's so ridiculous. It's elegant. I'm gonna go with Kirk. I believe in Kirk this week.
Yeah. I'm gonna take De'Ami Brown.
I like it. Micah Gust, morning. PPR, need one. Gibson, Elijah Mitchell, Mike Davis, McKissick. PPR.
This is gonna haunt my dreams. I hate that I haven't said Elijah Mitchell in every question. I honestly don't know why I haven't.
Because they have five other running backs.
I understand that, but it's not the case though. When they have one guy, they give him the work. They always get hurt. It's ridiculous. And Mitchell did get hurt. But yeah, I'm gonna go Gibson still. I'm gonna call last week a fluke and hope he bounces back against Green Bay.
Bucky,
I don't see it there with Gibson, man. I just don't. I'm gonna go with Mike Davis. I think it's a solid floor, and the ceiling is not too high. It's not a 2-story building. He's in a basement somewhere.
Good.
12 to 13 points there. In that range.
Yeah, I'll go Mike Davis.
I'll go Elijah Mitchell. Sorry for not helping at all, Micah. How about on this one? Hawkinson, Ricky Seals-Jones. You got to go
Hawkinson. Hawk.
All right. Kyle Senra. Half PPR, start 2. Kirk, Lockett, Ruggs, McKissick. Bob?
Ruggs and McKissick.
I'm going to go McKissick as my 1. Kirk is my 2.
Ruggs and McKissick as well here, half PPR. The Rock tuning back in. Dwayne, good morning. Thank you again. If Waller is out, full PPR, OJ Howard, Dwelly, Moreau, excuse me. I'm going to go OJ Howard.
Yeah, as a big Terramana tequila boy who always takes it in on Terramana Tuesdays, I'm going to go with OJ Howard.
All right, we've caught up pretty quickly to it. We were a little behind, but now we're really caught up. So I'm gonna take a second. This is my only thing I'm going to talk about. This Ross Dwelly, like I talked about 2 weeks ago, played with Trey Lance, but he was basically the full-time guy. This matchup against Indianapolis is great. OJ Howard was a part-time player. Yeah, he got the looks, but he ran 18 routes to 44 for Mike Evans last week. That's not even half. So it's hard to bank on.
End.
I understand.
Tight end, though.
I understand. But then Moreau, if it's no Waller, it's like the other thing too we have to factor into all this is, Bucks are playing at 4:00, so are the 49ers. Okay, so Moreau, he's going to probably be a full-time guy, but I don't know if I'm going to trust him. I think it's going to be more Hunter Renfrow probably, so I eliminate that. All right, screw it. OJ Howard.
Did you ever see The Island of Dr. Moreau?
No.
Terrible film.
I got books to read.
One of the worst films that has ever been made.
I got films to watch. Buck's got me researching historical shit. I got to read books because of Buck. He's making me watch movies. I can't. I mean, I got so much football to watch, Buck. But you know what? Fine. I got so many homework assignments. It's nuts.
Completely
is the key.
Completely unrelated, but I had this debate with a friend. We're talking a lot of animals today and movies. I'm going to throw one out there. 1 to 10. How did you enjoy Deep Blue Sea starring LL Cool J?
Are you kidding me? That's like a 9.2.
Man, that's what I'm saying. People hate that movie, and it's terrible. But it's like terrible on the good side.
Deep Blue Sea is a top-notch, popcorn movie. Get
such a fire
tune
too,
and enjoy it. Yeah,
deepest,
bluest. My head is like a shark fin.
My man. All right, back to your regularly scheduled programming here. Traps Life 3, good to see you back. Also, I keep doing it, but it continues to grow. Shouts out to our Twitch family, growing and growing and growing. Big up to the Twitch community. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
I love the tweakers, man.
Devontae Booker or Julio Jones. This one's tough. Again, if Julio is 100% healthy, which says he is 100% active and playing today. That being the case, I'm going to go with Julio here, but it makes me nervous.
See, I'm going with the blue. Deepest, bluest. My head is like a Sharks fin. Devontae Booker. I'm going with the Giants. Let's see what we got.
Great segue. Titans also blue.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that deep of a blue there, Scott.
It's more of a sky blue.
Correct.
That's more like James and the Giant peach blue, but we won't go there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or holes.
Sure.
I'm going spreadsheets on this one. I'm going to go Julio.
Yeah, Bob's still working. This is good. Go ahead.
You're going upside. You're going upside, which makes a lot of sense, right? If we're in this pickle, you want to go upside. For me, I'm just a conservative boy, right? Like I'm the guy that won't knock on my neighbor's door when they're blasting their EDM at 3 a.m, except I have unleashed my rage
tire
recently.
in the driveway. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe some passive aggressiveness, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm going Devontae Booker just because I believe that he will have more opportunities than Julio. Haven't seen it from him this year.
I hear you.
Okay, moving on here. Yeah. If Waller is out, again, we won't know until 4 o'clock Eastern, but this is coming up a lot now. If Waller's out in PPR, do we pick up Evan Ingram, OJ Howard, and Freeman or Gaskin? 2 questions here. If Waller's out, do we go Ingram or Howard? Buck?
Howard.
Bob?
Howard
as well. Next question. Freeman, Gaskin, PPR. Buck?
Freeman.
Bob?
Gaskin.
I'm going to go Freeman. Freeman. Cardiff Giant. Coming up on Twitch. Big up. TE, tight end dart throw. Uzama, Moreau, Howard. Bob.
Howard.
I want to go with Uzama. I hope you're from Cardiff, Wales, by the way, and that you are a Giant.
Wow.
I'm going to go Uzama.
What would qualify as a Giant realistically? Like 6'5" plus?
No.
We're talking 7 footers.
Plus.
7'5" plus. I'm on the same plane. 7'5" plus. You're a Giant.
I actually happen to know. I happen to know a couple folks who are 7 to 7'2".
Really?
And they're very large. But gigantism, I think, is 7'5" plus, like 8. My question is, like, your hands get much bigger, also, not just long but thick, like girth. I'm curious about like texting, and then keyboards. Like you're talking like 3 or 4 keys at a time. So Cardiff, we appreciate you.
Can we get some height checks going in here? Because Sky, you seem like a giant. I've never met you in the flesh. What's your height?
I'm 8'6" with shoes on. So you got to shave a couple. Once I cut this beard, I'm going to be back sub 6.
8'6"?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I'm a giant.
I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1".
Yeah, not even close. I'm
5. Where are you at?
7 on a good day.
Well, I gotta ask you guys this quick question. My team is just ridiculous with injuries.
What's your height, Bob?
5'11" on a good day. Okay, 5'11" on my license. 5'10.5" when I wear nice shoes. It's 5'11". I don't know what to tell you, Buck. Okay, I'm shade under 6 foot. That's why the chicks didn't dig me in high school. But anyway, so my receiving core is completely shot. Got Keenan Allen on bye. I have to drop somebody because I have Shepard out, Antonio Brown out, Kadarius Toney out, Carson on IR. All my IR spots are filled up with Kittle and Carson. So now I have to drop either Chase Claypool, Antonio Brown, Kadarius Toney.
Drop Toney.
Okay, thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
All right, we're almost caught up, boys, which I don't think we've ever done on the show with the time. We got a half hour till kickoff. We do have some roster things. I've got some text messages from personal homies I want to help out as well. So let's do that. Let's blast here. I'm going to get in here. Raphael, good morning. Twitch, again, coming in strong. Hey, do I start Darius Slayton now that Shepard is out, Elijah Mitchell, or Allen Robinson? We're going to go half PPR because we don't know the setting. Slayton, Mitchell, Robinson, Buck.
Mitchell for me.
Mitchell as well. Cardiff back, PPR dart throw, did that one. JM Fields, nice try. Is a fake 5-1. Oh, boy.
Shots
boy.
Oh, no.
Don't fake 5-1.
We can't have nice try slander out here. We really can't. It's just, sorry, I can't do it.
So first of all, now this is tough. This is infighting for sure, but doesn't have an explanation. just a straight up fake 5-1. Boom. Doesn't even tell us why. Then tries to throw a question in here like it didn't happen. Jacobs or Devonta Freeman. Man, that's Stones here from JM Fields.
Is that Justin?
I would imagine he doesn't. He doesn't play for another half hour.
Sure. Yeah, it's Justin Fields. He's
right.
coming in here hot.
Yeah, okay. Slandering nice try though like that. I don't. That's not.
I don't appreciate it. I know nice try doesn't.
Yeah, it's Freeman for me.
It's Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
Sky, you would die before you would say Josh Jacobs to answer any question. I know that.
Well, I have so much on the line. I got a family. Still pretty young. I haven't achieved all my goals, so I wouldn't put it that far. But I would absolutely say that I would start Miles Sanders before Josh Jacobs for sure.
Oh, God.
And I can't stand either one of them.
I got both of them in my DFS lineup this week, Sky. Your head would explode.
I can't believe you're just losing money like that, like on purpose, Bob.
We'll
Slayton or Renfro, Bob, PPR.
Slayton.
I'm going Hunter.
I'm going to go Hunter as well. Tim Westby back in the place. With a week to prepare, stick with the 49ers defense or go Packers or Jets. Thanks, guys. Buck Army rolling strong here. That's about 4 or 5 Buck Armies this morning. Like to see that building. With the week to prepare, boys, stick with the 49ers defense or Packers and Jets.
So it's
go
week
49ers.
8. Week 8 defenses, right?
You got to look ahead on the schedule there, Bob, for us?
Or are you talking about this week? Because next week it's 49ers are playing the Bears. We got the Jets versus the Bengals, and we also have the Packers against the Cardinals. So I'm assuming that it's got to be this week, right? I think he's saying with a week to prepare, do you stick with the 49ers deal? Okay,
like off of bye.
Week. Gotcha. Okay, that's on us. Yeah. So 49ers defense this week against the Colts, Packers, or Jets.
I'll stick with the Niners. Packers versus Washington without their 2 top corners. I don't like that. It's going to be a shootout. And then the Jets versus New England. I just think they're going to get run all over. So I'll stick with the Niners.
Yeah, I'm going Niners here.
Yeah. I don't really care for any 3 of these, to be honest with you. But yeah, I will go. Sure. 49ers. Maybe the weather will help a little bit. Get sloppy.
Kyle Senra back with us here. I've never seen the movie, Buck, but on the show Orphan Black, it referenced the Island of Dr. Moreau book. Never heard of it otherwise.
It's actually a very good book. The movie is just terrible. One of the worst films I've ever seen. It's worth a watch if you're like drinking tequila or something, but otherwise, no.
Mike Ortiz, good morning. Good morning. Need help this week. Mageddon is real. Allen Robinson or Gibson, full PPR is a flex. Bob?
Oh, God damn it.
Buck?
It's A-Rob, and I'm ashamed. Okay? Gibson could get yanked in the first quarter. I'm going A-Rob.
Yeah, this is tough. I'm going to go Allen Robinson as well. All right, Tim Westby. Rolling strong today. Appreciate your participation, Tim. 2-point PPR, loving this format more and more every time he tunes in here. Pick one, Bateman, Pascal. I'm going to go Bateman.
Bateman.
Gerard coming back. Me again. Instead of using Herbert or D. Williams, pick DJ Dallas or Jamal Williams. Yikes.
No, Darrell Williams.
Damien
could Damien Williams.
It'd be the Bears.
Damien?
The Bears or...
I'd go with Damien Williams.
Damien Williams for me.
Yikes. All right, need 2 running backs. Mike Gus, we got to yours, buddy. Dropping Tony for Slayton guaranteed. Okay? Tuning in like that.
Thank you, man. No, I appreciate that. That helps me.
Clap nuts.
It got people
Clap
helping
nuts,
me.
Good morning.
I like that. Appreciate it.
I wonder if Clap Nuts and Dweez Nuts are like besties.
They're nut boys.
Right. Yeah, nutters, we call them. Start Callaway or Ayuk?
I'm starting Ayuk. I think Ayuk.
Are we all just nutters in the end anyway, guys? Come on.
No, we are all just nutters. Yes.
We're all just nutters. I'm going to go. Oh, wait, sorry, Buck. You got your answer. Sorry, man.
No, I'm going Ayuk.
Ayuk as well. Higgins, Callaway, half PPR. James Martin.
Higgins.
Higgy as well. T. Higgy. Micah Gust back. Can I trust DeAndre Swift and D. Williams. Folks, Damian.
Is it Darrell or Damian?
Help us out. I have Gibson on my bench, so I can sub one of them out. He wants to play Gibson, or let's just roll through it. Swift plays. All right.
100%.
He's in.
Gibson or Damien Williams, Gibson or Darrell Williams. Of those three, who do you want? Swift and Darrell Williams.
Darrell Williams.
I agree with Darrell Williams. Yep.
If it's Darrell Williams, I want him. If it's Damien Williams, I'm going to take Damien Williams as well. I'm going to go Williams. I'm Williams strong.
I'm going to take the risk on Gibson if it's Damien Williams. I just don't like the Bucks. Herbert's there too. You got to go Gibson in that particular instance. And watch, Gibson's going to go for like $130 and 2 tutties today because we fade him all morning.
I'm going with the beard.
All right. Man, I don't know if I should bring this next comment up. I'm going to very quickly out of respect because Beach chimes in all the time, but it's going to be very quick. I'm not even going to read it out loud. And
it was an L. It was an L.
J-Mom.
Let me just talk about it real quick. Tottenham is not a good football team. They struggle to find the attack, and things aren't looking well. Thank you, Beach, for bringing it up and making me cry here live on air. But we could talk a little footy, but that's it. We're done. We got a super chat here from Nice Try. He's got 7 on by. JM is a good dude. So this is a tip of the cap from Nice Try to JM. That's good. He said he's confused or he's jealous. Let's go Biden. 5-1.
What is happening? What's happening here? These two, I feel like, and it's okay they use our platform to communicate with each other, but this is very, very strong here. Hold on a second. I want to give a shout out to J Mom. This is very important. If this is the real J Mom, I want to give you a shout out. Good morning, and appreciate you always giving us the mad respect, sharing the love. So great job, boys. Want to donate to Good Sports. Bob, what is Good Sports?
Yeah, so we actually partnered with, one of the things we wanted to do is kind of started with this whole theme from earlier in the season, everything that happened in the fantasy community. We decided that we wanted to give back as well. So one of the things I did was reach out to Good Sports. I did some research on, I wanted to find a charity organization that helps kids play sports, youth sports. I know Sky's really big on this stuff too. Buck as well. And Good Sports actually provides equipment to underprivileged communities to help kids play sports. So we're excited to announce our partnership. Good Sports gave us the nod. They said, this crew looks like a company that we want to be a part of. So they actually gave us the nod to partner with them. And now we're giving 10% of all our super chat donations. So when you donate a start sit question, $2 here, $1 there, whatever you can donate, 10% is now going to Good Sports. This month, we're up to $40 in donations. We're hoping to push at least 50 and beyond that for the month of October. But so far, Good Sports has donated over 27,000 kits to underprivileged communities and has served over 540,000 kids. So really excited about our partnerships. So shout out to J-Mom. Appreciate your donation today. We really love the fact that people are giving back. So we want to make sure that we're giving back to the community as well. So this Good Sports is a part of our program every Sunday live.
Bam.
I like this one here from Mike Ortiz. Just giving us thanks and an 11% chance to win here for Mike.
Dude, that's a dub.
Listen, it's
definitely a dub.
They don't know anything. They honestly
don't know anything. That's all algorithms. There's no gut there.
There's no gut.
Do you feel the gut? Because you get the gut for 3 hours every single Sunday. You get a big old fat seal gut, and that's what I bring to the table. Every single Sunday. You're winning this one, bud. You're winning this one.
That's the pep talk we need. J-Mom coming in hot with the 1999 super sticker donation for Good Sports. Appreciate that. All right, here we go. Self 213626. Do not put your social security number on the internet. Is Miami DST okay in FanDuel today? I have FanDuel pulled up. I will come back to this question in just a little bit here. I'll get the numbers for you. Self will come right back to you. Higbee, Crowder, or Chris Evans. Chris Evans, the backup to Joe Mixon. Play one. PPR.
Crowder.
PPR.
Crowder.
Yeah, I'm going to go Crowder as well.
Okay, let's go here. Nuck if you buck. Those are the best available options. Is Slayton available? I'd like to I'd play Lazard from Green Bay over any of those. I'm sorry. Did I miss your?
There's a question.
Was the Higbee, Crowder, or Chris Evans. He's saying play Lazard over them.
Understood.
Or Lizard.
You guys are answering each other in the chat room, which I love, but it throws me off sometimes. Okay, Tim starts for my team, full PPR: Kyler, Kamara, Mixon, Sutton, D-Hop, Debo, Tyler Higbee, bench, Darrell, Williams, Miles Sanders, Josh Jacobs, Jacoby Myers. Do any changes need to be made? I'd like to get Darrell Williams in there if I could, but Mixon and Kamara, you're going to play. I think you're rolling as is, my man.
Is Debo in this? Is it Debo like a flex, or are we just thinking?
No, Debo's probably flex or 3 receiver.
3 receiver changes it. Yeah, I'm not really feeling Mixon this week. Be honest with you. I'm going to play Sanders over Mixon.
Oh God, Bob, why do you do this to me, man? No, absolutely not. I'm sticking with what you got. You're going to win, Timmy. You're going to win.
Correction, not his social security number. Thank goodness. Area codes, love it. Area codes.
I don't know the 626. I know the 213.
Oh, the 213. I mean, that's classic. That's been made into like 39 rap songs.
8004.
Miami Dolphins on FanDuel 4,000. In the middle of the group there, going at Atlanta at home. I don't love it. I'd rather go maybe. The
buy-up options are really good this week. The Rams, Patriots, the Arizona Cardinals, kind of going chalk at defense makes a lot of sense.
Tampa Bay as well.
Yeah, Tampa Bay is decent, but Miami Dolphins, for what it's worth, listen, they're getting Xavier Howard back. They got Byron Jones back, so they're getting healthy in the secondary. I think we like Matt Ryan this week, so it's tough to bank on the. But I think there's probably options out there you can buy down to a receiver, running back, flex, and buy up at the defense position. So I would try to go chalk at defense, try to buy down maybe to another player. So if you could send us before we head out all your players that you're playing, maybe we can find some buy down options for you as well.
JT, I got Bass in one of my leagues, and he's been a huge weapon. I have no other players I can drop to pick up, and I'm hesitant to drop Bass, the number 1 kicker in fantasy football, Bob. Do I take a 0 at the position or drop and hope I can get him back? This is tough, man. I do this with Butker and Tucker every single year. Do you drop the top kicker in the league if you play in kicker leagues when it matters, or do you just play that L?
If you're 6-0, sure. 5-1, maybe. After that, no, I'm picking up a kicker.
Yeah, I'm getting a kicker there, boys.
Got a lot of area codes coming in. Bob or Buck, we're going to put you on this now. This is like your thing to do. You're going to have to guess these area codes. 904. I'll give you a second. Come back to Beach with the 904. Can't believe I'm even asking about a kicker. JT, we're here for you, brother. No worries. Fantasy Focus 727. Nucky Buck 608. I'm in the 541. Grew up in the 415. Love that. Okay, nice try back into place here. Me and our boys talk crap. It's fun. Tony and JM. Is this a Jim or is this like a John Michael? They're great coaches. I'm better. Thanks, guys. This is so good, dude. This is so better.
That's good stuff.
I feel like we're on the start of like a reality TV show where like people like talk through us. Like we're going to be like a news anchor show that just commentates on drama, like behind the scenes.
We're vessels for truth and culture.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. The Rock. We got everybody. We have 15 minutes until kickoff. We're going to take 5 to 10 more minutes of actual questions here, and then we're going to have to set our own lineup. So get in while you fit in. The Rock coming back in, 1 point PPR. Pick 2, Collins, Ruggs, Edmonds.
The Rundown was an underrated film there, The Rock. So I tip my cap to you there. I'm going to go with Chase Edmonds here in a PPR.
Agreed.
Yeah. Didn't love the new Jumanji, but I get it. Tim Westby.
Agreed.
Pick 2, Ridley, Cooks, or Hubbard. Thanks. Have a great Sunday, all. Don't forget, watch Formula One racing of America's today. My brother is a huge NASCAR, Formula One, motocross, BMX, X Games. That's his jam. I'm more of a football, baseball guy myself, but I appreciate the lead. Pick 2, Buck, PPR, Ridley, Cooks, Hubbard.
So I want to set the record straight here. I love NASCAR. Don't love F1. Have never been able to get into it.
Definitely different.
I love NASCAR. There's something about it, All right, but with this one, I'm going chubhub.com. Kids out there, don't access that website.
No,
I'm going
definitely
Chubb Hub.
not. Yeah, that's 18 and older for sure.
Most certainly.
You're picking 2 here. Who else you got?
Oh, I'm picking 2. So I got Chubb Hub there, and I got Cooks.
I'm going to go Ridley off the bye, and I'm going to go Cooks as well. I hate to sit Hubbard, but I can't sit Ridley, and Cooks I think will be just fine in a shootout. Want to become famous? Buy followers and viewers on bigfollows.com. Thanks,
yeah, we
Leo.
already had them. We're close to getting big. If we just subscribe and pay bigfollows.org.
Yeah, love that. All right. Help me out, Buck.
No, it's the same thing.
Okay.
It was the same. Big follows. They're flooding us now, and now we got a whole bunch of weirdness. Oh my goodness! Are you seeing this message chain?
God, I hate this, man.
All right,
we
Callaway
make
or
it
Bateman?
3 hours here with no spam, and then they crush us at the very end to blow up.
I'm fine with the spam. You know what? I could live off it. Callaway or Bateman? I'm going Bateman.
Bateman as well. JT, I'm sitting at 5-1 at first place. My team is stacked. There's a puppy butt in the back of your. There you go. My team is stacked. Hurts, Wilson, Cup, Chase, DK, Andrews, Kamara, Najee, Mike Williams, Devonta. Okay, you're just letting us know 5-1. Well done. Kyle Senra, Mecole Hardman, or Michael Pittman. I have Mahomes starting. If that changes it, it does.
Hardman.
I do like the stack. Hardman. I'm going to go Hardman.
Yep.
Bob.
Hardman.
Okay. Victor, nice to hear from you. Victor made it in just in time. Amon-Ra St. Brown or Robbie Anderson in standard.
St. Brown. Bob, if you didn't have a hemorrhage at every question, I would feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, no, it's just the fact that, like, you know, the matchup leans on Amon-Ra St. Brown, the whole Jalen Ramsey thing. It just the speed wins. We're spinning. And plus, I have Sterling Shepard everywhere. I have to figure out how to get him out of my lineups, and I've got all this crap going on. Screw it. I'm gonna go Robbie Anderson.
Okay. I'm going to go Amon-Ra St. Brown. I will dump off for 2 minutes here. I'll be right back, boys.
All right. I gotta get through all the bot accounts over here. Slayton with Shepard out or Corey Davis? I'm going to go Slayton on that.
Same.
Ryan back again. Random question. But if Knox wasn't hurt, is it Pitts or Knox? It's Pitts for me. They figured him out.
Yeah, we're talking about rest of season. Let's check out the rest of season rankings I have for tight ends. Let's see. Atlanta is down there, actually. So is Buffalo. Kyle Pitts.
Pitts. We got The Rock coming back. PPR. Ruggs or Collins?
Ruggs for me.
Going Collins. You got Ruggs?
Got Ruggs.
Wow. Are you really starting to feel like he's a player? Like he's an actual factor into that offense that they are game planning for?
He leads the team in routes every week now. He also has a nice floor, like 3-4 receptions. He usually gets about around that 50-yard range. So, and I think he could listen. The Eagles are fine against receivers; they're actually pretty good. But the slot, Ruggs gets deep routes. He gets slot routes. I like his usage. Plus, Collins banged up against a tough New Orleans defense. Let me get some Ruggs in PPR.
All right. So, Nuck, if you buck, do they have a fantasy focus for the Premier League? No, we don't. But I do host a Tottenham podcast. It's called Talking Tottenham. If you want a little taste of my agony week over week. You will get it there at Talking Tottenham with my co-host Danny Shakes, who's the best in the business. Tim Grayshik here. Rams D against Lions or Tampa D against Bears? Which one does he start? I'm actually going to go Tampa here. I think the Bucs shut him down.
I'm going to go Rams. I think that Jared Goff going across back over to his hometown, not going to be good. I think it's going to be a big day for the Rams D. Of course, I got Shepard in a lineup.
Thanks for doing this every week, guys. Very helpful. Josh, we do it for you, man. We do it for you, and we appreciate you. And that's it, Bob.
Nice.
We got no more questions here. So, folks, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Bob, for putting up with me. Thank you, Sky, for putting up with me.
Nothing to put up with, Buck. Nothing to put up with, bro. Pleasure, as always, my good friend. I like how we're perfectly spaced out, too, Wednesday and Sunday. Like, just when I feel like I need a little more Buck, it hits. It's perfect. It's perfectly spaced. I love it.
It's good. It is good. It's all organic. Sky,
Bob,
wish the people well.
Bob, I will in 1 second. Bob, I've got a kicker question for you here. Personal question. I don't like to bring my personal business to the show. I like to keep my personal life away from work, you know. Question here on your boy Will Lutz. Will Lutz, activated off of IR, has 21 days, could be activated Monday night, but still in an IR slot. No projection on sleeper. Do you think he plays? I have him in a slot because I think he plays. If he doesn't, I could pick up, whatever, Jason Myers or something like that. But Will Lutz, big-time kicker, is he worth holding for me, or should I drop and pick somebody up early here in the morning?
Pick up somebody early. The New Orleans Saints is not the same Saints. This isn't the Drew Brees Saints where the Saints kickers were really good. This is a different offense. I would go after one of the guys we talked about, Nick Folk, Mason Crosby, Randy Bullock, Zane Gonzalez, if you like getting real weird today at Carolina. Is some guys that are deeper names are probably Bullock that you can get and Zane.
Got it. Nuck, if you buck, of course you have the connection, my man. Beach, always appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for the input. Appreciate you guys. Good luck. Tim Westby, thanks, guys. Y'all are the beast. I mean, best. Go Buck Army. Nice try. You better hurry up, brother. Hurry up. Nice try. 8 minutes. Ticking.
We got an ASAP.
Ticking down right now. All right. Need help ASAP. Stream Tannehill or Ryan. Have Derrick Henry if that makes a difference. Tannehill or Ryan, boys.
I'm going Ryan.
Ryan
Marty
Tannehill.
Ice.
Ryan Tannehill for me.
Ryan Tannehill for me as well. Nice try. What is the correlation from backup quarterback and second? Oh, man. We have time for this, my man.
The thing that irks me is now my
what up,
psycho
Adam?
Ass is going to look this shit up, and I hate it. I will have answers for us on our Wednesday pod.
I can't wait for Wednesday, by the way, Bob.
I'm gonna pin this as well. Nice try. It has nothing to do with fantasy football today, except for Darnell Mooney is better than Allen Robinson. Other than that, it doesn't matter. So pin this. Tune back in Wednesday. If you don't listen to the podcast, folks, because we don't rep the podcast much on these live shows. If you want to listen to us all week long, I run shows, Bob runs shows, Buck runs shows. We have other guests. Jordan is in, who was out this week. If you want to hear us live with the shows, tune in on the Fantasy Focused YouTube channel, which everyone should be subscribed to already. And we go live there, also Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. You can tune in once an evening. If you miss that live show, though, you can double back, download our podcast, the Candlestick Kids Fantasy Football Podcast. I know it's a mouthful. Download the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify, whatever. Listen back on the podcast if you miss a show, because we are running it 5 days a week plus this one. Bobby does a great job with player trends every week, up to the minute player trends, key injuries to look at. We cover a lot of that in the morning, but we don't have time to go over everybody. So if you need that stuff, Saturday is when he drops it. So it's like last minute, but you have a couple to dive in. I know that Adam is giving a shout out to the TCK pod. Appreciate that. Adam, big time, long time. Appreciate that. Oh, I listen, homies. Nice try is in it. Appreciate that. James, one more time. That's my bad. I meant Tannehill or Matty Ice. It's actually Marty Ice, but not a problem at all. New channel, new content. Appreciate you, James, for dialing in. Bob, any last minute suggestions before we get to kickoff?
On what? Just in general?
Anybody, anything, updates, any last minute stuff?
No, not really. Honestly, just keep an eye out for the rain games in the later half of the day. I guess would be one thing. Just follow us on Instagram as well, because I will be tweeting out the inactives for the 4 p.m. games and late night games if you need last minute stuff like that. So follow us on there, Fantasy Football X Factor, Fantasy Focused, and the Candlestick Kids. So we're all over the place there. But other than that, man, enjoy your week 7, boys. I'm excited, man. Hopefully we get some wins today.
I appreciate everybody hanging out. Nice try. One more shot. We're going to give it to them and get out of here. Tony and James, boom. Suck.
You suck.
We're dropping the mic.
Seriously, I appreciate both of you fellas. This has been a blast. And as we go through week over week, I think we're just getting better. So I hope everybody out there feels that same way. And I just want to say, I love you, boys. Let's get a win in week 7. Let's get a win in week 7. It's going to be tough. tough sledding out there, folks. Tough sledding.
Yeah,
Bob,
absolutely.
But
before we go,
on.
one more shout out to Good Sports before we get out of here.
Yeah, just a reminder, everybody, listen, every Sunday live show is brought to you by Good Sports. Good Sports is a charity organization that helps provide equipment to underprivileged communities. So far today, 27,000 equipment has been sent out back, boxes of equipment. 541,000 kids have been served. This is now 10% of all donations from our Sunday live show will now be going to Good Sports. We're donating every month. We're trying to hit our goal. Right now we're at $40 for our donation. Let's try to double that between this week and next week. So hopefully we can get upwards to that $75 range. But we're really excited about our partnership with Good Sports.
Appreciate everyone for tuning in. We'll catch you next Sunday morning. Spread the word, y'all. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 to 10 Pacific time. Catch us every single night for a live fantasy football show. Download the podcast if you miss us. We'll catch you next time. For Bucky and Bob, I'm Sky. Good luck to everybody in week 7. We'll catch you next time. We are